Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, everyone. Yes, had to get myself organised, but I'm here, which is wonderful. This is the new time that we have that we're doing our lives. So if you can just remember this from about 7 minutes ago, that's the time that we're going live every week regularly. But we may add the other time that was like Thursday evening or Friday morning here in Perth as well from time to time, which is exciting so that we can have more content for you all. If you're after even more content, then definitely join our YouTube membership. Hi, Regina Bryan. Good to see you on here. And Kylie and Carolyn. So lovely to see you all. Nicole's here too. Kel, hello. You're all so lovely. And you'll probably notice that some of our YouTube subscribers have got a little coffee icon next to their name. And this is because they, yes, are a subscriber. They're a VIP. So if you want to be one of our special members, then you can join our YouTube channel and get all the behind the scenes. So we're going to be doing a special video for our members straight after this one today. And we're actually going to be highlighting some of the cards that we showed in our last video behind the scenes, because we've got some amazing cards that we want to show you how to make. So this one here is the one that I'm going to be making with our amazing members today. So if you want to know how I made this one using the brand new online exclusives that have just come out this month, then don't miss out on that one. And then I'll be posting that online as well. So it's going to be a busy, fun, creative day today, which is very exciting. The other thing that I wanted to let you know about is our video class bundle. Now, today we're going to be doing, and if you're watching this for the first time, because this is one of these videos that I like to do from time to time to help those that struggle with cutting their paper. So firstly, come and join our Love It Chop It group. It is a free Facebook group that you can join. And you just need to register through our link just to make sure that that group stays, no spammers and things like that. So that's the Love It Chop It group. Let me just give you the link to that. I think it's that one. No. Love It Chop It. Yes, that's the one. So it's the Love It Chop It workshop. So if you struggle with cutting your paper, like if you find you're a bit of a hoarder, you're a bit lacking confidence when you cut your paper. I know for me, that was probably one of the biggest issues I had. I loved card making, but I always struggled with measurements. And so today I wanted to talk about measurements, how they're different in other countries, how I've created a system that helps crafters to feel more confident in their cutting. And we're going to have a little bit of fun because I've created my card templates that basically are designed to help you with a real life sketch. I think that's the best way of explaining my card templates. They really are like a guide to learn the best way to do your measurements, to make sure that you're doing your layers right as well, or maybe you're not sure how to even layer. And particularly with the Love It, Chop It and cutting designer series paper, you really want to be confident in knowing exactly what measurement you're using. And so that's what I like to do with our Love It, Chop It idea, is to make sure that we have confidence. If we're watching someone from the US and you're from Australia, why is my card not working out? Like, why is it different? Why can't I just cut one sheet of paper in half and make a card? Because you should be able to just use the paper that you have in your country, cut it in half, and that's a card base. And if that's not happening, then you're cutting your cardstock wrong. So definitely you need to learn this. And it's a tool that a lot that are watching today have got already. And it has changed all of our lives. And we're not over exaggerating. It genuinely has changed our lives. So it's a visual card making measurement system, because I think that's probably the best way to explain it. Or you could even say a real life card sketch with measurements. Or for those of you that are demonstrators, this would probably mean more to you. But, you know, a lot of you watch other demonstrators from other countries. So it's also a card making measurement translator. Because I know for me, I hate math, I hate working out layers, all of these things. So if you don't have our visual card making measurement system, or our real life card sketch with measurements, that's what I'm going to start calling them from now on, not just card templates, then you need this tutorial in your life. And the reason why it's a tutorial and not me cutting it for you is I don't have enough time, and it's cheaper if I give it to you in a tutorial form. So the card template link, card template visual card making measurement system, so about 10 times fast, is that one there. And we're going to be having a bit of fun with that today and doing a little bit of like card template measurement roulette, so that we can just see how it can actually help us with our layers as well. Hello. Yes, please. Bruno's just heading out.
See you later.
Have a lovely day. We'll see you soon. So let us have a little looky here. And I'll show you exactly what these card templates look like, and also how we're going to use a sheet of paper to create 6 projects. Will we do it? Yes, we can. And I'll show you how quick and easy we can do it too. So let me just do a little flippy flip here with my camera. And then I'm also going to show you at the front. Stolen from the garage because I drove and I don't have my buzzy thing isn't working. What's it called? Garage door opener. It was actually Bruno's that's not working, but we did a swapsy so that because he uses it more than me. I'm a homebody. I'm not really a homebody, but it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, I'm not really a homebody, but I am. I love to go out, but I don't. I am a walking contradiction. Now, I'm putting them in order just so that you can really see all these amazing layers for yourself with your eyeballs. You can see exactly how amazing these layers work out. And that one, I think, goes behind there. Let's have a little look if that's... Ooh, that's larger than that. I've got used to most of these layers where I like know exactly, like some of them I know off by heart now, but some of them I don't use as often as others, and so I still have to put the measurements on the actual template. And I don't think I would be still crafting if it wasn't for your templates. Thank you, Cal. And why is that? Is it because of the frustration of trying to figure out like how the layers go, or like did it give you more creative confidence? That's a very, very interesting statement. And I do, look, I'm not shocked. I'm like really happy, but I'm not surprised because honestly, it was life-changing for me too. And the crazy thing was, as I forced Bruno to use them, I'm like, no, you have to use them. I've created them for this very reason. And now that I'm like, you know, putting it out there that this is a tool that everyone can use, well, you have to use it too. So, and he was like, but I don't want to be restrained and I don't want to use them. And I'm like, well, too bad. And now he's like, yeah, we all don't not use them. Like he uses them all the time. Yeah, quick and easy decision making, and the fact that it's something that you can use as a guide to see what sizing the stamps are, so that you know exactly what layer is going to be perfect. Yes, it's the visual, isn't it? It's to look at it and go, yep, I know exactly. Like, it just gives you the most amazing confidence. So it's an incredible tool that is so inexpensive, and it just, yeah, it's the gift that keeps giving. So this is the templates here. So there we go. So I've got them all laid out. Now, there's just different types. So when you first cut them, you're going to be like, what on earth? What are these sizes? Why are these like this? So the cool thing is this is like your base ones, but every now and then you need, like, we've got little flowers, or we've got, today we're going to be using that beautiful Moonlit Flora set, and I am going to grab that now actually, because that was the one thing I didn't grab. I got the paper, not on there. Here we go. That's right. Had it out. The thing with this, because you've got dies and stamp sets, and you've got different, like, ferns and things like this, you've got different die cuts. So normally I would be like, oh, what size am I going to make my layer? Like, before card templates came around, I couldn't confidently work out what layer was going to be perfect for this. So now we straight away, we look at these ones here to the side. These ones, you could call them, like, they can be a layer in themselves, but they're kind of like your matting. Whereas this is like additional little layers, particularly for this type of thing, or for flowers, or, you know, because we have, like, Stampin' Up do bring out a lot of, like, long stemmed flowers, or, you know, like, just smaller stamp sets. And the key with these type of dies or stamp sets is you need a focal point. If you just stamp it on, like, you know, this layer here, like, it's just going to get lost. You need something behind it to sort of give it a little bit of gravitas. So you would have a layer, like your card base, and then another piece, and then these layers here. Now, the reason why they're in different colors, and that might confuse a few people, is just so that we can tell you the layer name. Like, I could have numbered the layers, but the idea is that I hate mathematics, I hate maths, and I hate numbers, and I didn't want to confuse anyone. So I labeled them in the colors that they come in. And the cool thing is they actually translate from A4 cardstock to the letter cardstock, so that the two can be translated, so that if you are in Australia and you're watching a US demonstrator, you can actually figure out what, you know, the closest to what they're using as a translator. So those of you that are demonstrators that maybe do tutorials and things like that, then this is 100% something that you need in your life. So yeah, this is really cool. My whole thing with the paper and the templates, measurement templates, is to be able to love it, chop it. And love it, chop it is a really important branding for me, because it's something I created along with these card measurement system. And the whole basis of me creating that was so that we could get the most out of our paper, that we could get creative confidence, that we would know what to do so that we could actually use our paper and not hoard it. Like, even this layer here, these two here, the old olive is actually, because I love to do my card sizes, usually my paper, the Poppy Parade size is my go-to. Or you can do 4x6, just cut 6 sheets from one pack, from one sheet. But I love doing it Poppy Parade size. And from there, you can go down. You can go smaller, you can keep it that size. But the cool thing about old olive layer is it's 2 of these. So if you cut your Poppy Parade in half, all of a sudden, instead of having 72 sheets from one pack of paper, if you cut out the Poppy Parade size, you have 146 sheets if you cut them all at the old olive size. And these are fantastic just to put on top of the Poppy Parade size. It's not exactly to measurement, but you're going to get way more paper if you cut it in half again. And then this was just a little layer that I created, that if you wanted to have a layer there, then you've got a layer. So it's just really, everything is well executed and thought out on how you can not only use these layers, because I like these ones, but sometimes I found they were a little bit too wide for the smaller ones. So then I created this little layer system here so that you could basically have, different layers for thinner, flowers and things like that, because there was a couple of stamp sets that I just felt these were too big for. This looks actually quite nice on here. I don't mind that. So on yours, I haven't got the measurements shown because I didn't want to confuse anyone, because we do provide both the inches and the metric measurements with our card measurement templates. Which one's, yeah, that's that one. It's very close in size, isn't it? Yes. Don't know why I've got those so close. This one here is really interesting. So the basic grey is, when you put the Poppy Parade and the basic grey together, this is a perfect template for 6x6 paper, because with 6x6 paper, it can be really difficult to use 6x6 paper with card making and using the paper, because you want a full size to use and then you're left with this piece here. But it just helps you to see what you can use with this piece here. This is the bit that's going to be left over when you cut a full card front with the 6x6. So there's just lots of ideas that help you unlock what's going to happen when you cut things a certain way, or when you've got a certain size. So I've got quite a few videos out there, how to use your 6x6 paper, how to cut 12x12 paper, all of those sort of things. But this is really for those of you that maybe you're a beginner, maybe you've been struggling with measurements. If you're a demonstrator, please share this with your team, because it's a very, very, very fundamental, basic thing that all card makers must know how to do. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. Otherwise, we are like Cal and we will stop crafting. I really do think we would just be like, I'm not gonna do this anymore because it's too difficult. Yeah. And yes, you always get the updated ones. And I do have in my brain, I've got to finally get onto that, and I'll hopefully do it in the next couple of weeks. But I do have some more templates. Can you believe it? That I thought of. And so that's really important. So I love what Tanya said here. These templates are one of the first things I bought when I started paper crafting. They are the best and so helpful. And I agree. And I'm not saying that to toot my horn, but I genuinely struggle with math. I always have. I'm not a math person, and I hate trying to figure out layering. I would cut them wrong. I would waste a lot of paper. I would waste a lot of cardstock. So this all came out of necessity for me when I was making my tutorials, because I wanted to be able to offer tutorials for both inches and metric, and they are completely different sized cardstock. Completely different. So it's not just, we're not talking just to, it's this size, convert it to this size. Nope, completely different cardstock, completely different sizes. So it's really important that you can understand that from the beginning, because it will save you years of frustration. Literally, I was like, I don't understand. I'm so confused why there's no information out there about the different sizing, and no one was really talking about it. Not even Stampin' Up talk about it. And I'm like, this is like a fundamental thing that should be spoken about and help. We should get that help. So I don't think Stampin' Up quite understand what a major thing it is. And I think if they understood it, they would be bringing out specific dies or even, well, the new embossing folders are fantastic now. They're finally the right size for A4 cardstock because they're that, bigger size, which is so exciting. So maybe they are learning. I'll take that back, Stampin' Up. They do listen. But I think when it comes to certain rectangle dies and things like that, it would be amazing to have like inches specific and A4 specific. And I think it would put them ahead of a lot of other paper crafting companies because no other paper crafting company is specifically looking at dies for those specific sized cardstocks. And I think they're missing a really, really big niche there. So maybe one day we'll wait this space. I'll probably keep sandboxing it. And please, if you can keep sandboxing it, we'll just say, can you have specifically marketed A4 dies? And it would be frustrating because I'd have to have 2 sets, but I just think it would be like, yeah, there'd be a lot of crafters out there that would jump into Stampin' Up just for something like that. They would be like, I know I shop over here, but I'm shopping over here for this item because I've never seen anything like it anywhere on the market. So unless some of you have seen it, but I haven't seen it. So if I was a craft company, hello, that's what I'd be doing. If you want to make some millions, you're welcome. I'm just giving you free information. So let us have a look at how to make our 6 cards and also have a little bit of fun with our card measurement templates to just sort of, we're going to have a little bit of a roulette spin. Now, we don't have a huge amount of paper left, as Bruno said. He's like, I don't think we actually have a lot of this paper, but I just want to show you one sheet, and I'm just going to use this one here, and then we can use all of these other bits and pieces that we have here as well. So usually when I'm doing a sheet like this, I would make sure, like I said to you, that I would do everything in the Poppy Parade size or the 4x6 size. And the reason for that is so that you can straight away open your packet when you get it and you can make sure that you are using it. Now, remember with your paper that you're going to have 2 options, and this is where, again, our templates come in very handy. Are you more of a landscape person or more of a portrait person? So you've got to work out how you usually have your cards and looking at your paper, what direction it goes in. The cool thing with this paper is it doesn't matter what direction you cut in, whereas something like this, you would need to be very mindful if you're going portrait or landscape. Now, if you're going to go, say, with this one, like personally for me, I'm generally, I should say, I'm generally portrait. That's my go-to. But this is something that could definitely lend itself to being a beautiful landscape card because it's such a beautiful background piece. So what we'll do is we'll do 1 sheet in landscape and 1 sheet in the portrait, just so that you can see both, because this could be landscape if it wanted to be. It can be either. So, so that's interesting. Kylie has said, I'm generally a page maker, but I've purchased our A4 so that I can make cards easily. Well done. And I've made a bunch of very basic cards using old memories and more packs so that now I can give those to A4 bases, just give cards a lift. Well done. So you've got to keep it simple and easy. So all I'm going to do here is work out what measurement I need to basically make this landscape. So you'll have a look at your larger measurement. You'll know, okay, that's what I'm cutting it. And it's just so good to have, like Kel mentioned, having something visual is a really big, like, okay, I am cutting this correctly. And the first few times you'll have that sort of apprehension with that first cut, because the first cut is the scariest, not the deepest. The first cut is the scariest. But once you've done that, you can be cooking with gas. So keep every single piece. This is going to be something we can use on the inside. That was a big fear of mine. Am I going to waste some of the paper? Because, I don't want to waste it. So In order to not waste it, I'm not even going to cut it. And then we're just going to go along and do the smallest size on that template. So my tip to you is that you don't need to do your card template measurement templates in a specific color. If you don't have all the colors, that's fine. Mine were all one color back in the day when I first designed these. They were all in mint macaron, which doesn't even exist anymore, which is very sad. I love that color. But you can put the measurement on the front here just to make your life easy. Everything can be there. These labels, we have a Dymo label maker, which I highly recommend, is in your craft room. It's so fantastic for labeling. We label everything now, particularly with the online exclusives. With our designer series paper, we have these folders here. However, I would highly recommend for storage, if you're going to love it, chop it properly. And the reason why we moved to these, I'll explain. But if you're going to move to Love It, Chop It, you're going to want to get yourself some of these clear cases. You can buy them separately through Stampin' Up. You can buy a pack of them. And this is where I can put one pack of paper will fit into one of these cases. So it's a really cool idea. We also have like a really plain sort of insert that you can print up and put inside, so it looks like all the other things that you've got stored. And this could be something I would like to go back to, and I could probably, because I even had the designer series paper. Like if that's something that you would like or that you still use, please let me know, because I would like to start filling up my background a little bit more, and it would be great to have paper already pre-cut. The reason why I started using these is because one, I got behind on my cutting, but two, I wanted to be able to leave it in the sheets so that I can cut with you, because I found that I couldn't explain Love It, Chop It, and I couldn't explain this system every video I did because I'd already cut it. So I was like, oh, this is like a conundrum. But one pack of paper fits in one of those clear cases. So definitely get those. I don't know if they're actually, are they getting rid of those clear cases with Stampin' Up? Some of you might know. I'll just have a little look on the website to see if we even still have them. Oh yeah, standard stamp case. I'll just show you on the screen so you can know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is it here. And it looks like it's expensive, $15.75. But you get four cases. Thank you very much. And the other thing that I'll show you, what is the, I'm trying to think what the quick key is for DSP case. Yeah, I'll have to have a look on my store because I created Kylie Bertucci store. There we go. Continue. And you can see here, like I've got my normal Stampin' Up store, but we've also got what we call our digital store and retired product store. And this is really handy if you live in Australia, but well, anywhere in the world, you can buy any of these amazing digital content and classes. And these classes are unlimited access, and I'll show you those soon. But here are the card template measurements here. So I actually want to change that. So it's only $5 Australian, and you get all the updates. We've even got, Britta and I have our own online class, which we are bringing back again very soon. We're going to be using that really cute sunshine and spring. Oh, what was it called? The summer. Yes, that's it. Summer happiness. Woo! So yeah, we're going to be doing that one there for one of our online classes. So please look out for that. But I'll just give you this link here to our online store. And those of you that live in Australia, you'll be able to purchase retired product from here as well, which is very handy. So I think, yeah, some of you missed out on the online exclusive, although I'm not going to be selling that for a very long time, that koala. I'm sorry, everyone, to add salt to the wound, but it is so cute. And we actually used it the other day. We had a craft day on Sunday, and Kylie's online store, well, what can I call it? Kylie's digital and retired product store, because it's different to our Stampin' Up store. That one's the retired product store, and then this is our Stampin' Up store. I think that's a good way of distinguishing the two, isn't it? So they're the two. So if you ever need to shop with us one way or the other, there's lots there. And demonstrators, you're welcome to come and purchase our classes. There's, no restriction. And because of the card templates, they are in both metric and imperial. And that's the cool thing, is now all of a sudden our classes are designed specifically for everyone all around the world, including demonstrators. And you're more than welcome to use them as inspiration in your classes. All we ask is that you just mention us, and you redo the tutorial, so that you're not just giving them ours, because we want them to come and purchase from us. But to replicate the entire tutorial and then say it's yours. I mean, there's nothing to say we can't stop you, but yeah, please just send them our way. We work really, really, really hard. So we understand you need inspiration, but it could be that you make the card with them and then say, if you want the tutorial, this is where you can go get your tutorial. But I understand it's very tricky. It's one of those things that your conscience is going to have to figure out. The best way I figure it out is, how would you feel if someone copied your work? And I think that helps you to know where your conscience sits. So sometimes we go, no, I'd be fine. Would you? Would you be fine if someone copied your work? You'd be like, no, actually, I would be very sad. So we've done all our landscape ones. Now let's do our portrait ones. So again, with this one, you can do the same thing where you go the larger one. But remember, if you're wanting portrait and the paper is like not like this one, can be either way. But say here, this one here, I'll give you an example. So if you want portrait out of this one, it would be easiest to just cut it in the smallest way. You can cut it in the larger way, but you'd have to turn it on its side, because then you're cutting the width of the paper. But the easiest for me visually, because it's a bit like trying to turn those old maps that we used to have. The easiest for me visually is, if I want it portrait, cut it at your smaller size. If you want it landscape, cut it at the bigger size. And that for me has been life-changing, to just get it in my head exactly what I'm cutting. So portrait, so smaller, okay? And then we're going to cut it one more time in half, and then that will be our paper base. And it's just a really great way that even if you're not using this paper today, then it's okay. Just have a little session in front of Netflix in your craft room. If you're feeling like, I just don't have any mojo, I want to do something creative that's going to help me later on, but I just want to do something mindless, this is the best to get all your paper, choppity chop, love it, chop it. And then once it's all chopped down, it's just so much easier to visualize how you want to use this paper. And remember, it doesn't have to stay this size. It's just giving you a really simple, easy base that you can use. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that still love the one sheet wonder. I personally, for me, I found it very overwhelming, very scary. I was always worried I was going to cut it wrong. So if you're one of those people that found one sheet wonders difficult, then this system could possibly work better for you. Some use both. Like, I'm not saying get rid of one sheet wonder for good. Well, for me, I did. I was like, goodbye, one sheet wonder. You're out of my life forever. And I was very dramatic about it. I made a video like, say goodbye to one sheet wonder, you annoying one sheet wonder. But it is really, really good to, like, even here, what's the best way to cut this piece of paper that's, you know, sort of partial? And you can see here straight away, oh, good, I've got enough room to actually cut it portrait. So straight away, you can just jump on in. You got that confidence with your chopping. Love it, chop it. And keep all of your pieces. These are all going to go into your little container, your clear case. And it's amazing. Now, some of you have collected those 12 by 12 packets that we've got. So just, put all of these in. If you don't like them floating around because they're a little bit smaller in that big 12 by 12 sort of case that we've got, then just baggie them into a cellophane bag, particularly these smaller ones. And the smaller ones I like to cut down into a piece that I'm going to be able to use for a base. So they're going to be, you know, around the same as the Poppy Parade size. You know, that's the size that I'm wanting to use either side, whether I do it along the edge when it's landscape or along the side on the inside of my card. It's just a really nice little accent piece that you can use later on. All of these ones here are good. These smaller pieces probably would be the only ones that I would say goodbye to. But even then, if you're really organized, and, you know, when I say really organized, you would collect every single one of these pieces, and you could potentially do a scrappy strip card that Bruno has made. So you can really get to the point where you use every single piece. Maybe not this one. Maybe this would be the only one that you would say goodbye to. Pretty good. So Luann says here, my cards are in white with a sponge grey edge. Each card has the dimensions and the colour reference so that I can follow Kylie's project, but it fits my country's cardstock. So it's a brilliant way of doing it, because I had people message me and saying, I don't have all of the colours, so what do I do? And that's exactly what I told them. I'm like, just grab any colour, like maybe a colour that you don't use a lot of. It could be like lemon lolly, because I used to use So Saffron all the time for our 3D card templates. Just a cardstock that you don't use a lot of. You can even get just some cheap cards, or even like use paper. Use like A4 paper, copy paper, whatever is going to help you to get that tutorial cut and ready so that you can have templates. Some have laminated their templates, which I think is a fantastic idea. And some have even like cut out all the die cuts as well to get the sizing. So you can have a lot of fun with the sort of storage type thing and getting yourself organized mentally to be creative. And there's nothing wrong with preparation. For some of us, I think the preparation beforehand is what helps us to be more creative later on. So these little tools are what are going to help you be successful and more creative. Now, with our card bases, like we've got quite a few here we can choose from now, but with these here, you can go really simple, and I'll do one that's really, really simple because we've got the most amazing paper here to choose from. Let's just see. Oh, that one there is gorgeous, isn't it? Let's just use that one there. And maybe one of these ones here look really nice. Yeah, like this one with the, got the two butterflies here. So these two here, very simple. If you wanted to just quickly whip up a card, like people would be like, are you kidding me? Have you finished that card already? Just grab your paper. So we've got, I might even use, because we've got a bit of poppy Berry Burst, Golden Glow, Mossy Meadow. I'm reading the colours that are included in this. Old Olive was the only one that I didn't grab. Let's have a look at Old Olive next to this as well. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? And we've also got the Secret Sea is another one that would be gorgeous. We've also got Golden Glow in here. We've got the new Peaceful Pine, which is a really pretty green. I feel like it's my, like I know this could be controversial, but I feel like it's just the perfect pretty peacock colour. Like it's just so nice, and it kind of for me is taking over garden green. Like I love garden green, but I like this way better. So this is like my new garden green. So you can see here, you can just put it next to it and see which ones you think really make that colour pop out. And if you wanted to, you could add another layer behind. But if you're going to do that, add another layer, that's when you would cut your paper down. Now, it seems counterintuitive to cut all your paper and then cut again. But the idea behind my Love It, Chop It principle and doing it at the 4x6 or the Poppy Parade is just to give you the base. And then from here, and it might feel like, oh, I'm wasting the paper. No, not really, because this size here is actually the perfect sizing for inside the card and giving it a little bit of zhuzh. All that would happen is you probably have a little bit more on this, but like we're talking like barely a millimetre or two, or like 1/16 of an inch. So you're not like, don't hesitate to go smaller. You know, and you can go right down, you can cut it into a lot smaller and still be able to use what's left over, no problems. So that's really exciting. Now this one here, if I wanted to just stick that down 100%, that would be amazing as a card with a sentiment. Chef's kiss. But just for sakes, so that you can see what you can do here with layering. So I actually prefer something a little bit smaller. So this is my next layer here. So I would do Flirty Flamingo with the Poppy Parade. I really like this layering behind. And I do take that back. I do like having a very, very thin basic white behind here, or in this case it could be like Garden Green edition, or even the Golden Glow, or we can see a little bit of the Pecan Pie behind there. So there's a lot of different options that you could have, and it's just a tiny little slither that comes out from behind. So it's just going to add that little bit of extra layering, but you don't even need it. You really don't have to do that. So let's just do straight cardstock only, no cutting down, and these will be our first 2 cards of the day that are very, very simple. This is literally like simple stamping at its best, because the only stamping we're going to do is the sentiment. You can't get any more simple than that. So we'll cut those 2, and I think this one here actually I'll do in the Old Olive, because that looks like a really beautiful colour there. So these ferns are very reminiscent of my childhood. We had a childhood home that had it underneath the house, and they were absolutely stunning because we lived in a tropical region that it was easier to grow ferns, because they do need, they're kind of a bit like orchids. They just need like a humid environment and very little water. So yeah, in the right environment, they're easy peasy to grow. In the wrong environment, they are very difficult to get to grow, because it's very hard to get the heat. Some will put them into like a greenhouse to get the heat going, and some will look at that. See how gorgeous that is, and look how simple that is. Literally, we are sticking this down and putting a sentiment on. That's how easy it is to do. So you can't say, oh, I don't have enough time to make you a card, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you can. And you might think, oh, it's not, like, it's just not over the top enough, or it's not good enough. Majority of the friends that ask, if someone asks you to make them a card, they have no clue how you did this. For all they know, you coloured all of this in, you stamped all of this. They don't understand like card making. Otherwise, they'd be like making it with you. And maybe the next time they say to you, can you make me a card? And if you're, maybe you're a bit sick of them asking you to make cards, you can say, look, what we can do is we'll do, how the Italian nonnas used to do their pasta making together for like the month, or probably that week. They were like, let's just all get together. And this was what we did with our creativity day on Sunday with some friends of ours. We all got together, we all brought our craft of our liking, and we know that we've got friends going overseas on a special sort of event. It's an international event, and they wanted to make some special gifts for the people at the event. Now I'll see if I can find them. I've got some photos here. There. So what we ended up doing is we used the those gorgeous koalas, and I got the young ones to colour in on a piece of A4 cardstock with the blends, and we turned them into pins, because I've got one of these badge makers that we decided to create little quokkas and things like that. But I was so excited we have this koala now. And so we turned them into pins, but we also did like a conveyor belt of, or like a, gift packing. So let's see if I've got a photo here of us holding up our gifts that we made. So I think that one there, I'll zoom into me, and Yanette, she won't mind being on the camera. So we just packed them with like gifts that are all very Aussie, which we did for the incentive trip as well. We've got shapes that are like little biscuits, but they're actually in the shape of Australia with Vegemite on them. A little sachet of Vegemite. We've got what's called Minties, which is an Aussie lolly that's like mint. We had Tim Tams, and we put them all in with a card, and then they've got all the pins, those cute little koala pins as well. So we were colouring, we had the stamps out. Some of us were knitting and crocheting. Everyone had their own little project that they were doing. So this lady here, like, she's got her knitting happening while she's watching us do her packing. But of course she had a little koala pin on. she put one of those on. She's like, yes, please, I'll take one of those. And then there were some young ones that, did some colouring, and they had a lot of fun. They didn't even necessarily use them for anything, but we just got together and did some colouring. So yeah, if you have a friend that asks you, like, can you make me a card? Just say, look, come over, I'm going to show you how to use do this system. You could even pre-cut the paper for them and pre-cut the base, and just say, look, glue these on, and then you're going to use the sentiment on here and do it, get a whole bunch of them for the year ahead or the month or whatever it is that you need these cards for. And then they will be like, oh my goodness, that was so easy. And who knows, you might have a potential new customer and a new craft buddy instead of them bugging you. Because, let's be honest, when someone asks you to make a card, it's annoying. I've been over and over, like, it's really hard to explain to people. No, I'm actually not a card maker in the sense of I'm making you a card. I make it for, like, fun or to give away to other people. Like, I don't know, and it's so awkward. They're like, how much should I pay you? And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so awkward. No, this is not what I do. This is not my idea of what I do. So it is difficult to explain that to people. So yeah, my new line is, oh look, I actually don't make cards for people. However, if you would like to come around, I can show you how to make your own. Would you like that? And then they could pay you for a class, or you could do one for free. And if they enjoy it, you could say, well, look, we can do this on the regular, and you could just, pay me $10 for the product. And, or, if I do a more extensive class, like, make sure that you cost it correctly so that you get paid correctly. And yeah, if you say, look, if you just want to use my supplies, we'll do $10. But if you want an actual class, it'll be $20 Australian, you know, which would be about $15 US. Like, make sure that you're charging the right amount. And it would be simple cards. If it goes to complicated cards, that's when you, if they go, oh, can we do cards that are a little bit more complicated than this? Yeah, sure, no problem, but that would be more expensive. Just make sure you're always covering your bases, because otherwise you can end up ripping yourself off. So we'll put a few of these different sentiments out so that we've got options. We'll pull them all out here. And we've also got the die cut that goes with this. And that one there. And, you know, you can definitely, like with something like this, if you wanted to step it up, you can have your sentiment, you can do a die, you can do all these extra things that really, you know, pop it up to the next level. You know, like this with, you know, a couple of extra dies or vellum or whatever you want. But yeah, just keep it really simple. If you're in a hurry, just paper and then stamp. So I'll get a couple of blocks for us. I think in a world that is so complicated, we need to go back to basics. And I know a lot of you love Funfold. I know that there's a lot of popularity with Funfold. I'm really trying my hardest to do the exact opposite of all the Funfold things, because I love Funfold. I save it for the online stamping retreat, where it's just one day of dedicated, really stepped up cards that I give myself enough time to actually prepare. I give myself enough time mentally to be able to really enjoy it. And we'll be preparing for our next online stamping retreat. If you haven't come to one of those retreats and you do want to learn a little bit more stepped up, then that is definitely for you. Even if you're, you know, new to crafting, that's okay. It's still very simple. OSR. So you can have a look at all of the retreats over there and make sure that you're registered for the wait list for the upcoming one, which I think is, when is our next one that's coming up? Online stamping retreat. I'll probably put it on under OSR. So we're filming next month. We're filming our event, the welcome video, and the 27th of September is going to be the event here in Australia, which will be the 26th so South Pacific is 27th and the rest of the world 26th. So just keep that in your diaries, because it is going to come up very fast, and that's a full Funfold event for you all. Now, the top of this, I want it to be the colour that we used for the base, because I find that's the easiest. Just use the same base. And I personally am a embosser, but actually what we'll do for those of you that maybe have limited supplies, because this is 100% the number one best way for a beginner to start, is to have a pack of the colours that come with the paper. So you do the paper, you grab the cardstock that matches that, and you get a sentiment. And I could even create a little kit for you, actually. I could call it the beginners. Let's have a little look here. I'm going to write this down. It's the beginners card kit pack. And in the beginners card kit pack, I would put, these are my recommendations, I would put a pack of designer series paper that would not be cut down for you. No cutting for you. Because if you're getting kits all the time that are already pre-cut, you're not doing yourself any favors, because you're not learning. but you will get measurements in there to show you, and a video that would show you exactly what you need. So you would get designer series paper, you would get cardstock that you would that would come in a pack. Probably what I would do actually is, because you may not want a full pack, what I would do is probably cut the designer series paper in half, so it would be 6 by 12, so that you're still having to cut some card fronts. And I would ask if you want landscape or portrait, and then put in a variety of cardstock that matches the paper so that you have enough to make all of the project. So it would include everything you need to make 72 cards. So it would be like a beginner card pack that makes 72 cards, and we could have ones that create smaller, and then you would need to purchase 1 sentiment stamp set with an ink. And I think for me, the ink I would choose, because it would need to have some neutrals in there as well, and the ink I would choose would be something that definitely goes with the paper. And I would probably recommend to start with doing a Stampin' Spot. Like if you want to keep the cost down because you're not sure if you'll use these, but I think it's good to have the ink pads, to be honest, and then you can slowly collect them. So there you go. You heard it here first. I'm going to do, is that something that some of you would like? A beginner's card kit pack. And of course it would come with the card template measurements, the tutorial as included. So it would sort of get you started if you've never ever done it before. And I know the kits that Stampin' Up sell are really good. The Paper Pumpkin subscription is an excellent idea. And also the there's other kits as well that you can get online that are really great if you're new to crafting. But I think learning how to cut, like if you want to take it to that next step where it's like I want to actually start cutting my own, then or stamping my own, because some of the kits don't have any stamping at all. And I noticed the ones that were stamping on Sunday, some of them, it was the first time they'd ever stamped before or done colouring. So I was really excited about that. To be able to facilitate that was really fun. So I think with this here, I was going to let's just have a look and see what it looks like on this with the Secret C on the coloured cardstock, because look, I'm a fan of basic white, but for whatever reason, see, I really like that. So that could be an option. I haven't given enough room, but that could be an option to do it on the colour. Do you like that? I have really, yeah, because I'm just so, straight away I just jump to emboss. Just do another one so that we can cut it out. But that is actually really lovely. And let's have a look on here as well. I just want to make it really simple. And even those of you that are professionals, every now and then we just need simple, don't we? We overload ourselves in every area. Sometimes we need to pull back instead of going forward. More is not always better. Is that the way we say it? More is not always the best. Sometimes less is best. More is sometimes better, but it depends when. So I've cut these down because I want to run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, my little mini. But for those of you that don't have like those tools, because you know when you're starting out you don't necessarily have all of the tools to begin with, yeah, just cut it out by hand and learn how to do, like, get your snips and things like that. Now that we've got snips again, that would be definitely something I'd put in the, I'd probably offer in the beginner's pack, a glue, which would be the dimensionals and everything, and snips, because they're kind of, without the snips and the glue, you're a bit stuck. So what do you think? Do you like the sound of the beginner's pack? Is there anyone out there that's like, oh, that's exactly what I've been looking for? Yes! Especially because it's based on Love It, Chop It. I think that really excites me, because it is something I created to make life easy, keep it simple. And then slowly after that, if you find that you're really enjoying it, then slowly you can add in, you know, a little mini cutter, because that's going to help you with your sentiments. And yeah. Good. So there we go. We've got our beautiful pieces there. I love this. So simple, so easy. I don't want to cover too much of that beautiful butterfly, so I think we'll pop it in there. And like I said, you can layer it if you want to. You can add more to it. You don't even have to put a dimensional, but I think even for card makers that are starting out, dimensionals are a must. They're not negotiable. They are a must-have. You do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You'll go to jail if you don't have dimensionals. And the other thing that I think is a must-have is cutting up a whole stack of basic white cardstock, so that you can do the inserts as well. Particularly with these dark colours, it's really, really important that you have something to be able to write on. And actually, we're running out of basic white cardstock, because I used so much of it with the young ones the other day. So I've got to make sure that Bruno's got it. Actually, I'll add it to the order, and then he'll be able to see. Yeah, and then an add-on, yeah, just do a punch. Yeah, punch would be a great idea. I don't know if we've got a lot of sentiment punches happening at the moment, but punches are a great beginner tool, aren't they? Let's have a look and see if there's a nice, oh yeah, that one would be good. The 3 banner punch, that would be a great beginner's punch. So we'll do 3 banner. And the cool thing about the 3 banner, and I'll use that in our next one, is that you can, and there's also the labelled with love. Let's just see if that's still around, because it's a great one for Love It, Chop It. No labelled with love punch. Goodbye punch, because I was thinking I haven't seen that around for a while. Oops, there goes my little light there. But all the circle punches probably are a great one to have. And the rounded rectangle punch, I don't know if I've got that one, to be honest. How did we miss that one, Bruno Bertucci? That one's really cool. And it comes in a bundle. So it's a really good one actually to have as a bundle to begin with, because it's got your sentiments and it's got a few extra little border pieces there. So that would be an excellent one to add. Exciting times. And it would be exciting times if you're just starting out crafting, for sure. So let's add that to cart, because I do not remember having that. And what was the other thing that I needed that Bruno didn't get. Oh no, I needed white cardstock. It wasn't Bruno. I've just written white. Basic white cardstock, yes. And I think I'll add, let's view the shopping cart here. What other goodies have we got? I got some of my blends replaced this week, which was really good. So we can add in, I think 5. I think how many fit in my little drawer actually? I think it's 3 is the maximum. So I'll just do 3. Is there anything else here that I like to have? Actually, yeah, I'll get one of those because basic, the thick is really good to have. Good. Love it. Chop it. You'll be saying it all the time now. Whenever I say, oh, I love it, I'm like, in my head, chop it. Chop it. Chop your paper. Yes, that's so good, Kylie. You're onto it. Yep, love it. Chop it. Look at us. We're helping the world. We're solving all of the problems, aren't we? Because we know, we've been there, done that. We know what it's like to be a beginner stamper. And I know it's a big thing that Stampin' Up are working on, like trying to bring the new stamper into the company and the new crafter. And I'm just like, what is that missing link to jump from, say, trying a kit to, you know, cutting your own cardstock? And maybe it is a case that you would need a cutter as well. So yeah, it would have a little bit of expense to begin with, but I think it genuinely would be like, okay, now you're set up ready to craft. Like, this is the beginner pack, but it's the beginner pack for someone who wants to take that step into Avid. Which, yeah, we all did it, didn't we? We all were like, what do we need? What do we need to, like, do the next thing? Tell me what I need. And then we're like, oh my goodness, I need the whole catalogue. And it gets very overwhelming. I would like go to bed with my catalogue in bed and like mark off all of the things that I wanted to collect next. And that's basically why I became a demonstrator, because I was like, there's so much I want and I don't have enough cash to get it all. So I was like, how can I get some cash to be able to get it all? I'm like, start selling it. Because I had friends that felt the same way. It was like we all got introduced to it at the same time. Jessie and her sister and her mum, we all were like, yes, this is the best. Okay. And it's important to do this as soon as you finished your card, because if you're like Bruno, he doesn't do them. And then I go to use a card to send to someone and they're like, oh, I've got to do the insert. Bruno. Needy Brady. So some of you that have been watching my channel for a while, do you now look at cards that don't have an insert and say, oh, nudie room? Have I changed your perspective on having the inside decorated? Because I've done that to myself. Jessie is so good. Her and her friend Sarah, who we went on a cruise with many moons ago, we're really due for an update. They are going to be going to Thailand. They've booked their accommodation. And I'm so tempted to go. I keep looking at Britta like, can we go? I really want to go. So the girls are like, they just sent me a picture this week. And they're like, this is where we're staying. This is the dates. They're like, can you tell Bruno he can come? And they're like, you know, maybe you can come like a few days later and stay a bit longer so that you two can have some time without us around. But they're the type of girls that, like, if they knew we had a, you know, date thing booked or we wanted to do our own thing, they would be like, yeah, just go do your own thing. Like whenever you want to do it, just go off and do a cooking class or whatever it is. But when we're all together, it is so much fun. Like genuinely, we play card games, like we're on the cruise ship together, and we just, at breakfast time, we'd pull out the cards and play straight after breakfast. Yeah, it was amazing. It was one of my most favorite cruises I've done. And it was really, really cheap. I think we had like $1 return flights to Sydney. It left from Sydney and did the islands, and oh, it was just the best. We just sat by the pool each day. We literally did nothing, just drank cocktails, played cards, read books, had a little sleep. Oh, it was just heavenly. It was really good. But yeah, they found a really nice place in, well, it's out of Phuket, but yeah, I was looking at it last night going, oh, that would be so good to go. Because I loved Bruno and I's trip, but it was like, I just want to sit by a pool and do nothing. Literally just do nothing. So this was the resort here that they were looking at. Where is it here? They were both like, please, please come. So I think it's called, let me clear this a bit, Le Meridian Ko Luck Resort. And it just looks so big. I'm so happy for them, but I'm like, I really want to go too. Let me go, Bruno. No, I don't want dates. I said anytime. Go away. Internet's been very choppy. So yeah, that's it there. Stunning. And there's so many beautiful pools, and look at that. So happy. View from the room. Gorgeousness. Yes, yes, yes. So they're going to have a ball. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'd love to do that. Love to do that with them. Number 1, number 2. And then we're going to, but yeah, we'll see, because it's towards the end of the year. And we've got friends coming towards the end of the year. We've got, yeah, lots happening. So we'll see what ends up going down. Now, this one here I feel like would be a good one to show you some layering, because that's the next step to our little love it, chop it process. I think that, what would be a good background piece? Oh, isn't it just, oh, love it. A vacation where you chill, where you literally, you're like, where do I need to be? That's right, nowhere. Whereas I love the Stampin' Up cruises and things like that. But there's just so many beautiful people to see, particularly like Alaska and things like that. You're like, oh, I don't want to miss anything. I want to do it all. And unfortunately, sometimes that is not the case. You can't do it all. And so, yeah, that is very sad when that happens. You're like, but I want to rest, but I don't want to rest because I want to go have fun. And I want to go party, but then I'm going to be really tired in the morning. So I think we'll do something like, because I want this to be the background, and then we're going to have like a piece here that we can use. And actually what we might be able to do to make the most of this one, this could be a good one to show you the old olive size, because that one is the half of A4, because I think this was an underutilized layer, this one. So it will be like this, but we're going to be able to use half and half, which is really cool. So it will be landscape. It'll go that like that across. So let's do some chopping. Let's get our old olive and cut that down, which is basically this paper in half. Yes, that one there. Boom. Just like so. And then we're going to use Golden Glow. And let's just have a little look here at one of these, see if that one will work for one of them. I think that might, it's a little bit busy, so I think I'll do both of them like that. And we can do the Golden Glow. Where did I put you, little Golden Glow? Because I know it's here. I grabbed the cardstock out. There it is. And I think we'll do a mashup with the how does that look? So we can have the card base like this, or we can have the card base on the Mossy Meadow, and well, we'll do both because then they can both be different, and then you can see which one you like. You can compare the pair. So this layer that I'm doing here for the card base is always usually the Gorgeous Grape or the Calypso Coral size. The difference between the two card bases is one is basically portrait or like a stand more than a regular opening card. But we used to do our photos doing that, but I've sort of just moved to doing the Gorgeous Grape card now for most of my projects because I take my photos differently these days. Lying flat. It's good to mix things up. And then this layer will be the Berry Burst. So we've already got that layer, and that's going to be, yes, that size there. So remember, if you're not sure of how to cut your paper to get the most out of it, the best thing to do is just to measure, particularly if you were doing two of these. I don't think it would quite, it's not going to quite match. So you can even draw a little line there, but I can eyeball like where it is, and yeah, it's not going to quite fit. So I think doing it that way, and then that having it visual, then you know you're making the most out of your cut, and yeah, it just gives you again more confidence that you're not wasting cardstock, because you can cut a certain way that does waste your cardstock. You end up with more scraps left over. And that one. So I've got the measurement next to me so that I know exactly, again, there's no guessing. I know exactly what size I'm cutting it so that we can have that creative confidence that we know what we're doing. And with this one here, what I will do in between, because I wanted to show you how to do this with one of the cards, so may as well do it now. That is to chop this down just that little bit so that we can put a border behind it. Now, when you're cutting this down and you're doing a small layer, it is, I find, really good to just, like whatever direction you're going to be cutting in, to just do a little burnishing first, a little bit of a score, and I find that I get a better cut. It might be psychosomatic, I don't know, but I feel like it's creating a groove for the blade to go in and just make that a better cut. It's like saying, it's like channeling, which, you know, in theory to me makes sense, because there are engineering situations where they, you know, dig out a little bit first before they drill or cut. Like I feel like it weakens the fibers or does something. But anyway, I have found that useful, so I would like to share that with all of you. Okay. And we've got and I like this centerpiece. I'd like that to be popped up. And one actually layer I'd like to have is one more behind this. So we'll put a note there saying one layer. And if there's any layers that you would like added, or you're like, oh, I wish Kylie had, you know, another one of those layers. Hey, Tess, good to see you. Please, please, please contact me if there's something that you're like, oh, I just really wish there was one like slightly smaller, or yeah, let me know, because I'm happy to facilitate that. And yeah, that would be really fun to have some of you have some input. You're helping the whole community then, because that's what, yeah, my biggest goal is to help ones that do want to start creating to really enjoy it, because we don't, yeah, I think we sometimes make it too complicated, or we compare ourselves to other people. You know, our projects aren't good enough, or no, I can't send that because it's embarrassing. And we're so mean to ourselves, aren't we? Would we ever say the things that we say to ourselves to someone else? No way. Well, why do we do it to ourselves? Got to keep questioning and going, shush negative talk in my head. Stop it right now. And we'll do that in a moment. That's for the inside. And we'll do the same here. So we're doing Love It Chopper today, Tess, and we're making 6 projects using the Designer Series paper, the Love It Chop It principle, and the card template measurement system, because we want to keep things nice and easy breezy. We need easy, simple cards. And before someone has a go at me, I didn't say fast. I'll never put on my video quick, because quick is not one of my videos. One day I'll do a quick video and you'll be like, oh, that went too quick. I actually think, oh no, I did the right one. Yes. I was like, did I use the wrong cardstock? But no. There was one that's going to be Golden Glow base, and then, so which one do you prefer? I'm surprised actually. I really like it with the Mossy Meadow base. They're both really nice, but I do really enjoy a dark, like a solid base. But yeah, I'd be interested in your thoughts. And this is what I mean. It's the tiniest little thing you can swap out, and it just feels like a fresh, brand new card. And it's just, yeah, change up the color a bit, change the background. And you could use this exact template layout for like 72 cards. Amazing. Well, this one here, because you're using a one for the base and then one for here, like that's one sheet, and then these are 2 sheets. So yeah, it would cut down the amount. You probably end up with about, well, it doesn't exactly halve the amount, does it? It's like, anyway, don't get me to do math. Oh, thank you, Tess. You're such a darling. You're very kind to us. We appreciate you. So yeah, I'm really excited about this idea of doing a beginner's kit. But we've also got, the usual kits that we're going to be coming up with for those of you that are more avid. Now, I want to use our punch because this would be something that we decided would be very good to go in this kit. And I think that, let's just see if one of these are going to fit. I'll just cut out, what colour should we use? I think the golden glow would actually look really nice, wouldn't it? Let's do a few of these. And I think with the punch being like this, I personally think it would be easier to punch and then stamp on top than to have the center, because it's very difficult to line up. Probably the only, actually what you can do with this is a cool little trick, is you can use this as a guide when you're doing your stamping. And yeah, that works really well as well, so that you can see exactly what you're stamping through and then have your 3 stamps. So you can see here this one. Oh, actually this one is going to fit. I cannot believe. It's like it's designed for it. Let's see how that looks with the secret C. And I think there's actually another one, a smaller one there, that will be perfect. So we line it up like so. Ready, steady. Come on, little one. And ta-da! Oh, yeah, we could just go that little bit higher and that, yep. I think it will fit on. So let's just try that again. Let's see if that one, yeah, we can get 2 out of this one. No scrap left behind. So just lift that as high as it can go. And hopefully we haven't chopped off your... Ooh! Strangely enough, I think I prefer that one. I like having a little bit of space up the top of your, and then the other one can be, let's do a little bit of a tardy over here because we've got chaos reigning as per usual. I'll just put some of these away over there. These we need for our inserts. Those we'll need for scrappy scraps. And these we need to make some cards with. And one other thing that's really nice too is adding some embellishments. And I'll show you how to do that with these cards that we've got. Good, I found it, everyone. You can all stop looking. I found the stamp set. Did you know I was looking for it? Here. There we go, there we go. Excellent. This is looking a lot better over here. So I end up with paper and bits and pieces everywhere. But we just need to pop them all back into their little envelope, their little case or their pocket. And then we can get back into it. Yeah, before you know it, you're covered in items everywhere, and then all of the templates can sit in their little template holder here. Oh, so much better. I love a little bit of a halfway tardy. And this is the one that I'm after here. Sincere thanks. I'll put the dies down here with the other one. Yes, I do think there would be an uprising too, Luann. It's such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? And I think because so many are having issues with the hybrid, until they get the hybrid either sorted or they figure out what they're going to do with that, yeah, Secret C is just my go-to because, yeah, I haven't been able to get it to do what I want it to do, which I think many are feeling that way. You're not alone if you're frustrated with that. So what I'm going to do is just go right to the edge because it is quite long, this one. And do a little stamp there. And I'll do another one here just while I'm at it. Was there any other? I think the others were too big for this one, weren't they? Okay, and then really easy, you can either pop it back into the cutter. You can even like feed it through like this so that you can see exactly where you're cutting, just to make sure that it's lined up straight and it's happy. So you can go like that. So that's a really cool thing to do with your punch. The punches have a lot more use than I think people realise. I definitely, you'll have to Google it, but I loved doing punch art back in the day. And that's why, yeah, I've had to learn about copying and things like that, because back in the day I did copy a lot of people, and understandably they, yeah, were like, excuse me, that's actually our design that you've literally taken and not even mentioned us. So yeah, I had to learn the etiquette behind intellectual property and things like that. So, but we all live and learn, give people the benefit of the doubt. It's a cultural thing within crafting to mention people if you're taking an idea from them, and then it connects us all together too, which is really lovely. So I think that one would be good with that one. And then sincere thanks. I like the banner one more than the pointy one. And that can go there. Look at that, people. And of course, dimensional. We're going to do little mini ones. And that would definitely come in the beginner pack as well. Some mini dimensionals. Don't know why there's an extra one, but anyway, we'll take that over there. Sorry, little extra piece. And I'm lining it up with the Designer Series paper so that the mat is still showing, but you could do it right to the edge, but I prefer to do it from the inside piece when it's a border like that. Now, the reason why I chose, didn't put this one here is because I didn't want to cover those beautiful flowers. So sometimes the paper will dictate where you put things because you don't want to cover a specific part of the paper. And then we'll put our inserts because we don't want any nudie-rudies. No nudie-rudie. Good. And you can use paper on the inside as well, because honestly, we have so much paper, don't we? So I'll just show you. I'll put it on the inside of this one because this is probably more of a stepped up one. But yeah, you can do it with all of your cards. It's just a really nice way to make your cards completely unique. And I think Luann mentioned it as well. There's just, yeah, there's no way you can go to the shops and get something of this quality. So I think something like that. And this one can have one like that. And you can even, you know, put another sentiment on the inside if you wanted. If you wanted to do a gift card holder, then you can have a little pocket that you put inside here for a gift card holder. Like, it really is just so nice to have that ability to, once you've chopped it all down at that Poppy Parade size, because even Poppy Parade is what I do for the inserts as well. And once you know that, it's like, whee, it's just so easy to, yeah, be confident and get your card making happening. And you could do the same layout over and over again, or you can do what I've done and just have a variety. We've got 2 more that we're going to do, but it's so nice to see how just by having that card base ready and cut, the possibilities then just open up so much more than if you don't cut your paper. I think cutting your paper is just the basis to anything happening. If your paper's not cut, yeah, you ain't creating. Got news for ya. And I think we'll put something in here as well. Why not? We've got plenty here. I'll just pick out the ones that I want to use for our final project. I think if we use, because it's interesting that we've got this one here. And we've got the, oh yeah, they're quite nice, aren't they? That background piece. Just thinking of something a little bit different. We might need to pull out a little bit more paper, but anyway, we'll figure something out for our last layer. But this one here, I'm definitely going to use a portrait one. So I think, yeah, something like that. This one's landscape, so we can't really use that one. So that's where sometimes you hit a little bit of a snag. This one here, even though it's landscape, I think it actually is okay. And then it will match this one really nicely. So you could even, yeah, somehow line up your paper to fit what you're doing. Because we did do, yeah, portrait on that one. Beautiful. And we've got a landscapey one here. And this one's definitely saying, use me, please. I go perfect with this one. So yeah, this is a great idea. And I know you might feel, oh my goodness, this is exorbitant. Oh my goodness, I'm using so much paper and I'm doing so much on the inside. But like literally, you've got paper. Like, let's all be honest. We know you're hoarding paper. So start putting it on the inside as well so that you can use up all that beautiful paper, and then you have permission to go buy more paper. Okay? Guilt-free shopping where you're like, I really need this because I've made all of these cards and I can reward myself with more because it's just the best. You're actually using it, you're making things, you're giving it to friends. So it has value really only once it's being used. And that, I think, is a big key with all of us that are more of the collector type crafter, is what can I do to make sure that I'm using my paper, not just hoarding it. So for our last two, this one here I want to use, this is probably going to be our most stepped up version. And I just suddenly had an epiphany because I haven't planned any of this before this class. This is all happening live in front of you. And this is what I mean. If it wasn't for my card templates, I wouldn't have the creative freedom to feel this confident to do this in front of you live. It's given me, because I was one of those people that had to go and case, and I'd go over to Mary Fish and I'd always mention her, but I'd be like, I'm not one of those people that can just do it on their own. But you actually are. If you have the card templates, no problem whatsoever. You will be able to make your own designs without even looking anywhere on the internet. And these might look similar to cards that other people have made, but I literally do not know what anyone has made. I just got my card templates and they are my guide to tell me what I'm going to do. Oh, actually, we do want to add in some embellishments here because we've got them and we love them. And I love that this sweet. And by the way, the paper isn't available in Australia. So you're going to have to request to be updated when it comes back. It's definitely a new thing that's happening here in Australia. We've never had like shortage of products like we have with this new catalogue. But I think it's a combination of the free shipping. Stampin' Up was saying that has impacted a few things. But also I think this new catalogue is really popular. I think a lot of people really, really love the new May to August catalogue, which is super exciting. So if you haven't seen or you haven't got the new catalogue, this is what it looks like. So if you have, oh, that's an old one. That is not the catalogue. I had it here a moment ago. Come here, little one. Where are you? Because I had my craft day here, everything is a tad chaos in the craft room. We've got bits of like different crafts. I've got my crochet here. I've got knitting here. I've got jewellery making here, the polymer clay. I've got all these different things that are on the desk that I haven't put away yet. I cleaned the rest of the house, but of course the craft room is the last thing to get cleaned, isn't it? It's always the way. Ah, can't find our beautiful little Minnie. Where are you, little one? I literally saw you and went, yes, I'll put that somewhere very safe. I was so excited to see it. But yes, I will find it by the end of today. Sometimes Bruno does come into this room and I keep telling him, please do not touch my things in the craft room without telling me. You're allowed to touch them. Just tell me if you've taken something. Because sometimes he'll need something or he'll grab something. And yeah, then I feel like I'm going like I've been gaslit because I'm like, I know it was here. I know. And then I'm like, I'll ask him and then I try not to like full rage. I'm like, can you please tell me if you take something out? We should actually have a message thing that he does. Or you can take a photo and just say, I've got this. I think that might be what we need to do. Because, yeah, sometimes I'm like, how did that just go missing? How did this walk out of my room? It's literally the only downside to Bruno working with me in the business is me not sometimes knowing where things are and realising that they're in his room. And then I'm like, breathe. I've been looking for that for the last hour because I feel like it's my fault that it's lost. Yeah, you all get it, don't you? So what we're going to do is put some, I think if we do, and I'm going to have to get some more of these embellishments. Isn't that amazing? This is a really, really good thing, people, when you run out of embellishments, isn't it? So we're going to do, and this apparently has been doing really, really well in Australia. I don't know what is going on with my Glooby at the moment. I cannot get this thing to do what it's meant to do. And I've undone this a few times, but yeah, it used to be so good. It would, I don't know if there's a change in the adhesive on the embellishment or whether this has changed, but I'm probably going to have to go to the new tool because it just, yeah, it's not happy, Jen. And it keeps like Oh, that's a bit better. Maybe it's my user error. Usually is. Okay, so I think it's like bringing it down further, I think. I've got to mold it to so that it's along the edges maybe. Anyway, we'll try that for a bit and see if it works. Well, it seems to be better. If that's all it took. Really? That's all it took. Yeah. Put 3 there. Now, you can't really see them on the camera, but in person, those little things add just something really special. Now, we'll do a lot of these ones because we've got lots of these, and I think they're really they're like little droplets of water. I used to remember looking at the ferns in the morning, they did have all these little dew droplets of water on them. Little shimmery droplets. So I like 3. 3 is my go-to. And usually my sort of goal is to go around the sentiment. So I'll do like 2, I like 2 above and then 1 sort of, hey, I'm just hanging out here to balance you. Do you like that? It's really technical. Hey, that's a little like anchor. Hey, I'm just chilling over here on my own. I can see you over there, but I always go 2 above. And if I go this side, like if I did 2 above there, then I'd put 1 here. But I don't like it not having a lot of space. So usually determining where my little anchor one is where there's more space. And then I can do the other on the top. Yeah. Post-it note, Bruno borrowed 1 times A4 pumpkin pie. I should have a little thing on my desk, hey, where he fills it out. Taken the catalogue, taken this, and then I just, yeah, then there's a communication, right? Because I'm like, where is it? Totally doing Wink of Stella. We are stepping up the simple card though, aren't we? But, you know, it is Wink of Stella like a must-have basic person, a basic beginner's item? I feel it is. But we don't want to make that starter kit too expensive, do we? The beginner's crafting kit is getting a little bit OTT. This is our problem, isn't it? We keep adding. But I think once you've got the base idea, you know, there is an opportunity then to add on, which is really nice. And then, you know, those that are beginning stamping can see, oh, okay, so that's sort of the next place I can go to if I like a little bit of, you know, extra bling or, yeah, the old library card system. I love it. Surely there's an app. Someone tell me about an app that's like, I've taken this from your room app. Let's Google it. If not, we'll create it. Because I think we could probably have a shared note, but then it wouldn't be updated. That's the only. Oh, we could probably tick it on the note, couldn't we? If we return it. But yes, it is probably one of the most frustrating things for me is just not knowing. Oh, yeah, cool. Bruno's got it. If I knew, then life is all good. And if I put it in messages, it's not going to. Yeah, I'll lose the message or I'll not find it. Good call, Luann. Now I'm going Wink of Stella cray cray on all these beautiful flowers as well. So for those of you that are watching that are beginners, this is basically just like putting like glitter on top. It's like sparkly, but not like glitter, like crazy glitter. It's just like a really nice, yeah, really nice. Overdue fees if not returned. Okay, so our last one. Oh, someone at our door. I don't think I've got any deliveries due. Ooh, is it a Stampin' Up parcel? Because I really am looking forward to I don't think it is because it's got a barcode, but I will look because I want to show the product of the month as well. Okay, so I digress. Our last one, like I said, I didn't say quick in the title, people, okay, so don't come at me. This one here, I feel like would be the winner for both of them. I don't think, oh, maybe we could do Secret C for one of them, actually. We haven't used that yet. Sorry, the little light here is having a little hissy fit. There we go. Good. We've been trying to get our lighting just right. Brenna's finally found a light system that hopefully will work. So we'll do that like so. And cut those bases. So remember, it's the gorgeous grape size that I'm going to be cutting for both of these. And always check that you don't have a hidden base somewhere that you've already cut, because I've cut quite a few pieces today, but I think we ended up using it for sentiments, didn't we? Yeah, they look all cut, so that's all good. Brilliant. And then we'll fold those bases. Brilliant. Now I'm going to cut this down so that we can have a border again, because this is our most stepped up version. What I might do actually is even smaller again. I might go to the Flirty Flamingo size. So that's this one here, because what we'll do is a couple of layers in between, because layering to me, and you know, some people may not agree, but for me, layering feels like the stepped up, most stepped up version when you have lots of nice layers. So I think we'll do a layer of some color, not sure yet, layer of some color, then the paper. And then we're going to have these, we've got these beautiful dies here that we're going to highlight. And I want to do one in landscape and one in portrait. So I've got all of those to choose from. We've also got some beautiful butterfly stamps as well. So I think if we can somehow integrate some stamping in there, just to, yeah, really bring it all together. So depending on what we decide here, I feel like we've got these layers to choose from. And I showed you before those other smaller layers as well, which are these ones here. We've got Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler. So there's two sort of, like this one here still layers with the other ones, but these are kind of like a standout layer. I'll just grab all these together again, just so that they're all in their little order. Yes, good, good, good. And one thing that I do want to try, and definitely let me know if you're interested or not, but I want to, I think it's that one actually, yes. I want to do like a creative style event where you can use the card templates. Like I'll give you the card template idea, and then you go and make a card using those layers, which would be really fun. because I think sometimes it's just getting the idea. So I think, yeah, if we do something like this layer, like this might be a good one to start with. And I can pop that in the Love It, Chop It group, the workshop group, as well as the Product of the Month group. If you're not part of our Product of the Month group, it's like 6,700 people now. So you need to be in that group if you're not already. But yeah, I'll go and have a look for you, Megan, now that we've worked out what we're kind of doing with this last one, our really stepped up one. We're stepping it up, baby. Okay, I think that's everything there. Oh yeah, and those 2 layers there. Good, we've got everything we need. I might need some more basic white cut as well, because we'll do some layering. I can't believe how low I am on basic white. And I'm having to use the thick white. 2 seconds, I'll be right back. It's exciting. It's a Stampin' Up delivery. Ah! Now, I have to open it up here just in case there's something secret, because, you know, Stampin' Up have secrets these days that only demonstrators are allowed to know. Another reason to become a demonstrator. Shh, secret. We love secrets. We love secrecy. As long as we're in on the secret, as long as we know the secret, that's why we love it. Okay, what is it? What do we have in here? Can I show you? Ho, ho, ho. Okay, unboxing time, peeps. Are we ready for this? Okay, so there's one item in there that I'm not allowed to show you. What about those ones? I haven't seen these ones before, but I think these are safe to share. Ooh. Let me just look it up. Megan's like, just show us. I have to make sure I do everything correctamoto. Where's the keyboard? Hello. Come here, keyboard. Where are you? Oh, there you are in the drawer. Of course you are. So what is the name of that product before I show it? I'm very excited about this product, actually. Yes, I can show you this. It looks very different to the what's on the screen though, and I'm not logged in, am I? Oh, I am logged in, but I'll just make sure that it's on the main page as well. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, I think I'm safe. It's definitely new, so it looks like it's an online exclusive. What I'll do is I'll try and put it with the catalogue. No, it disappeared. Okay, so it looks like it's an online exclusive. Good. So let me show you what I have here. Woohoo! It's unboxing. Little tiny mini one. So I got all of my blends finally, the ones that kept running out. I've got them. Actually, I think this might be an In Colour Club that Bruno's ordered. Yes, so that looks like an In Colour Club for someone, which that's good. We'll keep that in the box, or Bruno will be frustrated like I get frustrated with him. And this one here is Gilded Wings Accent. And you know what? This is the perfect timing for this to arrive, because I feel like This is the perfect addition to our stepped up card. Talk about good timing. So this is a brand new online exclusive. And this, my friends, is what you see when you look on the screen. So let me show you it on my store. So if you haven't got this one, this is an online exclusive. They are accents that are already pre-cut. It's a laser cut sheet with delicate gold foil butterflies. And we are going to step up our card to the next level. Check out all that gold. Gold. You are gold. So that's that one. And the piece of resistance. Are we ready for it, people? Dun, 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 dun. Ah! The new product of the month. So this you will get if you spend $125 in our store this month. You will get this as long as stocks are still around for $9. Yep, that's all you pay, $9. So if you're not in our product of the month group, you'll definitely need to be part of that because I'm going to be doing a little free class, a video of that one on our product of the month group because it's such an amazing resource. We've got so many people over there sharing incredible things, and I like to reward people for supporting each other. That's how we roll. So product of the month group. I love that, Megan. Oh, yes, you can show them. I like that. There might be more. Yeah, that was the other box, Megan. Okay, so we digress. That was exciting. And there's also a pack of Secret Sea. Ah, thank you, Bruno. Now we just need to get our basic white. Now, we've got our layers. So we've decided that we're going to do a few more layers than we were originally intending. So we're going to cut this down to the Flirty Flamingo size. So go ahead and do that. Now, this is the only time you sort of end up with a little bit extra than normal, but it's so minimal that don't stress. Like really, it's just for the greater good of your card.
I didn't get that.
Really, Siri. Thank you. Just having a little listen. So we'll do that one and that one. I'm going to do both of them, even though these cards are probably going to turn out slightly different. Our layers are staying the same. Okay, so that's our smallest layer. And then what we can do in between, because we've got these two card bases that we're doing, so this is where we can change up the colours a little bit. So I think it would be nice to stick with, oh, actually we could do a little bit of a change. So I definitely want to do the first layer in the basic white, and that's the Poppy Parade size. And then we're going to do another layer in the Mellow Mambo, which will be just a little bit bigger than, so I'll show you here, the layers. So we've got a card base, that's the Gorgeous Grape. Then we've got the Poppy Parade is that basic white. Now we're going to cut the Mellow Mambo, and the Flirty Flamingo is the paper, okay? So let's go like this. So we'll do Mellow Mambo size on both of these two. And like I said, if you're not sure how to cut it, just get your template and you're going to see the best way to cut it. You know, if you cut it like this, you've got so much wasted on this side here and so much wasted down here. But if you flip it and you go, ah, now I can do two. So it really makes a difference, like from a cardstock saving point of view, to have the templates, because there is a wrong way of cutting things. You know that fear that you have? Yes, it's true. You can cut it wrong, but this will save you from making that mistake. I know, I'm here for you people, because I've been there, done that, and I don't want you to suffer the way that I suffered. I don't want you to, because cardstock is expensive now. We've got to be really mindful of how much we use. Okay, let's have a look at these. Layer upon layer. So we're going to do, I feel like it would be nice to do the separate look, but let's just have a look. It might be better to do the same than do the separate. Like, see how the card base is the secret shape. Actually, it looks quite nice, but let's just do a swap and see what it looks like with the same base and the same in between. I think I might be more inclined to go that way. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Look at that. Oh, gorgeousness. Yes, yes, yes. Looks like it was always meant to be. So that is our starting base. So this one here basically is Love It, Chop It and just doing the front section. But instead of just doing one sheet with no background whatsoever, we are adding the layers in between. And this is what makes a regular card, a bit more fancy. It's just layers. That's it. It's just stepping it up that little bit more. This is still amazing. This is still stunning. This is perfectly acceptable as a swap, as sending a card to someone. If someone asks you for a card, this is your baby. And you can whip out like 72 of these in one go. If you do the inside piece, of course, you're going to have less. You'll be able to do 36 cards. I had to do math then. Oh no. You can do 36 cards if you're doing the insert, but how amazing to have 36 cards ready to go. You don't even have to put the sentiment on. You can do it after the fact, and it's the best. It's so good having it there ready to go. Anniversaries, whatever it is that you've got coming up, you're like, yep, I'm sorted. I just have to add a sentiment. So let's stick these down and then we'll do our next layer, because we've got layer upon layer. And now that we've got our beautiful new butterflies to use, it could change things up a little bit, because now we're going to be adding some gold. We're adding bling, baby. Okay. And that's one. Beautiful. Look at that. Love, love, love. And so, a lot of it is very subtle. A lot of it others may not see, but just the feel of the card, the look of the card, it just takes it to that next level and makes it, a little bit more fancy. But I look at both of these and I love just the simple one layered card. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that being a card that you give to people. Gorgeous. Let the paper be the hero. Whoops, I looked away and this is glued crooked. Please forgive me. Although I think I've actually cut, oh no, that's really odd. I do think I've actually cut that wrong. Look away, everyone. I don't think I'm going to salvage it. Goodbye, little one. I love you. Let's start again. I got distracted. So this one was the, melon mambo size. See, isn't it great? Straight away I'm like, boom, know exactly what it is. So even if I make a mistake, it's like, it's all good. Know exactly what size I did it. There's no guessing. There's no like, oh no, I have to start from it. Like, it just takes away all that added stress. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what measurements you did. And this one's the Poppy Parade size. And I'll do a couple more while we're here because we'll need it for the inserts anyway. Good. Insert one. And we'll do a couple more here. While we're at it, we may as well do the other one. And I like to do the scoring in between. I don't know. It just, for me, it feels like the blade lasts longer. Again, I could make it up in my head. It's highly likely it's made up in my head. So tell me, Megan, for all of our American people that are watching, or maybe they use this terminology too, but who is Merle and why was she giving it a whirl? I love asking questions about our weird sayings. It's like, yeah, why do we talk about Merle? Who is Merle? Why is she giving it a whirl? And it's a bit like, you know, a lazy Susan. So mean. Poor Susan. She's not lazy. Like, that lazy Susan works really hard. It brings you food, and then we're like, ugh, good one, lazy Susan. Maybe we're calling us lazy. Maybe Susan created it, and she was like, you know what? I'm so lazy. I don't want to reach, so I'm going to create something for me. Do you like that? I saw somewhere they were saying who can save a problem like Maria, and they were saying on one of the Instagram reels or something, the kids were saying who can solve a problem like Maria as if a positive thing, like she solves every problem, she's our problem solver, whereas the nuns were like, she's a problem in a negative sense. I thought, that's so true. It could be positive or negative. Never thought about that before. Now, let us have a little look here at some beautiful designs we have. I still want to bring in, and this is where our templates are going to come in very handy. So I think we'll have a look at, I think these will be too, anyway, we'll keep our mind open. There was another set of templates here that have gone missing. What? There's something gone missing on my desk? I'm so shooketh to my chorus. No, you're not over there, Begonia. You go back in your little sleeve here, because I'm going to end up losing you. We can't lose you. Come here, little one. Okay. Are you under there? No. Oh, found them, everyone. They were under the stamp set. Got them. These ones here, I feel like, are the winners. And the winner is maybe these. Okay, so what we can do is we can have this one here, and these 3 layers are going to be fantastic for us to be able to have a really gorgeous leaf. And yes, I did the craft class. I showed a photo before, Donna, but I'll bring it up again in a moment. We ended up just doing lots of colouring, lots of knitting together. Let me see here if I've got the thing opened again. And there. Like, where is it? So yeah, we actually used the that amazing, sorry everyone, I'm putting salt in the wound again, but those wild critter, I forget what they're called, but we used them to make pins. And one of the ladies who was she was just watching us do little gifts, and she had the pin on while she was knitting. So there was a few young ones that were doing the like the pins, they were making those. Some were learning how to do crochet, and then we also did like little bags with gifts in it. with, yeah, shapes and then the pins and things like that. So they were doing lots of colouring. Yeah, you can see there's like ink open, there's markers. You should see Bruno's face when he came home. He was like, it was like, would you like me to like do a tiny? It was like full panicking, poor guy. And I'm just like, excuse me, we're being creative. Leave us alone. Stop, make us feel bad for our craziness in here. He was like, I'm sorry, it was just very full on. There was like a lot of stuff everywhere. Yeah, I think the bigger one's better. So this is why it's good. This is why we need our templates, because then we can go, yes, this is exactly. And I love the 3 layers, because you could just do 2. In fact, we could do these 2, or you could do the Night of Navy and the Fresh Freesia. Or if you'd had a bigger border, you could do the Balmy Blue and the Fresh Freesia if your border was bigger. But yeah, even with the thinner one, you can still do something like this, because you know you have the confidence that that's all going to sit nicely. So whatever layer you prefer. I like a really thin layer. I love the elegance of that. So yeah, I think I'll do those 2. But yeah, you could totally step it up again and do 3 layers. I think looking at this layout and the layers, so I think it would be good to bring in the same color again. So we've got the Secret Sea layer and the Peaceful Pine. And to have, I don't know whether to do, maybe we could do basic white in the background and have this as the main base rather than a basic white, because then I'll cut out one of these beautiful butterflies here. And when I say cut out, just push out, and then we can take all of these pieces out. And I dare say our little brush will be amazing for this, and you can pop it on the mat that goes with it, because there's a little spongy thing here that you can use, and then just do a little rolling like this, which will actually give the butterfly a little bit of gravitas as well, because it's made it curl up a little bit, which is cool. And anything that's just a little bit stubborn, you can just push out with the other end of your tool. The feel of this is very different to like when you cut out, like it's similar, like in texture to our normal gold foil cardstock. But just, yeah, it's got a slightly different feel to it. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of more matte feeling on the like the other gold cardstock that we use is a bit more silky. So yeah, yes, it's a wonderful craft day. It was so good. Everyone really enjoyed it. A lot got there at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I think the last people left at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So it was a very, very successful day. Oh, that looks gorgeous on that. Because I just feel like if we use like a basic white, even though it's lovely, I don't know, I just feel like it needs a pop of colour. So that has made the decision. We're going to do the colour on the top and then the basic white. And then if you wanted to do that extra layer, then I would do the colour there as well. So let's do that, just because this is, you know, we're going crazy here, people. This is the ultimate layer upon layer card. So let's get we need another little bit of Secret Sea here. And actually I will go to my stash, because then I can be proud of myself for using we've got some gold foil over here too that we could possibly do some leaves in that. Can you imagine? Oh, yes. So pretty. Can you tell I'm on my little creative journey now? And do we need a little bit more peaceful pine? I think we might need to, well, let's have a look and see if we do. So we can fit that one on, but then we can't fit that one on. So isn't it cool? You just know straight away, yeah, actually no, we'll need some more, because our templates tell us that we will. Yes, got another scrap piece here. I love it when I can use up my pieces that I've got already around the place. So our 2 cuts now are going to be, well, we're going to do 3 because I will get another sheet of basic white. Found another one. We had friends stay at our house. And they hid these all around the place. It's Bruno winning Name That Tune on the cruise ship. We had friends print it up and they hid it all around our house. I'll have to tell Judah. That's very funny. Good one, Judah. Very funny. Okay, so we've got 2 colours that we're cutting out of these, the Secret Sea and the Peaceful Pine, which is the Fresh Freesia size and the Balmy Blue, because we've decided we're going to really go to town. And then in between that, so let me have a look here. If we've got, oh, yes. And then the middle one is going to be basic white. Okay? So that's Night of Navy is the basic white. So we'll keep these 2 close to us so that we don't get confused. It's more than likely going to happen. Okay, so first one I'll do the Fresh Freesia. And again, I'm not mentioning any measurements because I don't want to confuse you. And there are 2 different, well, there's actually 3 different measurements if I'm being honest, because there's some people in Australia who prefer inches measurements, but inches measurements for A4. I know. No wonder we're all confused. It's like, what? But I use inches. Why is this not working? Because it's not the inches for a metric card sized piece. Okay, those 2 are cut. So that's the Fresh Freesia and Balmy Blue that have been cut in the Peaceful Pine. Now I need to do it for our Secret Sea. Nice. So this one's our Balmy Blue size. Then we need our Fresh Freesia. So you'll notice what I did there was I cut the largest piece, or the big piece, to the size of the Balmy Blue because I knew I would cut down a little tiny bit for the Fresh Freesia. So it just meant I could cut it all in one go then. There's little tips that the card template measurements will definitely, they'll just open up possibilities that you didn't have before to just cut efficiently, which again just comes back with cutting with confidence, which is what I'm trying to give to you. So with this one here, we're going to cut it at the, like as if we're doing the Poppy Parade size, because I want to be able to use these again. But what we're going to do now is just use one part of this to cut the Night of Navy. So then we still have the opportunity to cut this at a Poppy Parade size. And this is going to be, yeah, an inside layer now. And then all we're left with is just this little bit here, which, you know, great for scraps, but we've utilized this and it's now going to get used a lot easier than if we have kept that all together and put it in a scrap bin. So just, yeah, it's all about being smarter in how we prepare for the future. For the future. You like that? Future things. Yes, that will work. And that one. Okay. So we've got our awesomeness layers for our over the top layer. This is going to be how many layers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. So we're like going all out. So this is how, oh, what happened with that one? Let's just see what this one is. Yes, I just didn't cut it right. Rookie move. We will forgive you, Kylie, because we know exactly what it's meant to be. Again, don't have to stress. Boom, done. I did that to show you how easy it is to fix something. Just go back to your card templates and be like, oh, what did I cut wrong? Done. I know exactly what it was. So they are our layers. Yay! So it does take a little bit more effort when you're doing the layers, but this card is going to be next level. So those two. So let's just, actually I won't stick them down just yet because we can work out what we're going to do in terms of all of our pieces. So I want to cut a few gold pieces out because I think that that will just look spectacular. Spectacular. How exciting that this came when it did. And I think we might use a bigger one just so that you can see the look of that. There's some of these ones that have got like a behind piece, which you can sort of layer the other butterfly over the top of that if you didn't want it to sort of see through. So that's another good way of making the most of those other pieces. And whee. Beautiful. Love my take your pick tool. If you don't have one, you need it in your life. So our cardstock size, if you were to go by inches, I'll show you the inches size. That's a great question, Kylie. So we say in centimeters, it's 20. Yeah, that's good. 27.9, I'm pretty sure. So we've got 21 centimeters by 20, oh no, it's 29.7. I always get that mixed up. I always say 27.9. So yeah, basically in inches, we're looking at 11 and 3/4. Yep. By, yes, 8 and 1/4. Yeah, or even a little bit over. It's looking more, oh no, it is 8 and 1/4. Yeah. But like 8 and 1/4 and a little bit. Like it's not even a 1/16 of an inch over. It's like half of a 1/16 of an inch over, whatever that is. 1/32th. Is that even a measurement? So yes. And then so if you look at an 8 inches, so it would cut off that, your 8 inches, and then yours is, oh no, it's 8.5. That's right, because we don't quite reach 8.5, so it's not as wide. And then by 11, So ours is wider that way. Isn't it the most random thing? So we're each side, yeah, we're shorter this side. So you're longer this side, so your cards are wider. And our cards are taller because we've got this side is larger. So crazy. And Kylie said she's always paper crafted with inches because it's so much easier. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of people in Australia that still, they use inches with metric cardstock. So, yeah. And I get that because I know there's a lot of quilters that do the same thing as well. Now, I lied to you. I am going to stick these layers down so that then we can do a little bit of die cutting and get these layers happening. Wonderful. And wonderful. Good. And just always check before you stick down that you've got the right one, particularly when you've got cut 2 layers that are the same color. There we go. And there we go. Wonderful, wonderful. And we've got the bigger and we've got the smaller. I think we'll do the bigger on this one, so that could be the hero, because look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And this one here, I feel like we can add, yeah, a couple of these beautiful fern. But what I think would be nice, because we could definitely do it in the gold. I'll just show you here too what it looks like with the backing pieces that match. So this one here, where's your little backing piece? Is it that one there? No. Yep, that's that one there. So just so you can see what it looks like with that piece. So you would stick it down like that, so that it's got that sort of base sitting behind it, which actually looks really lovely. And this one here, we did find you. Is it that one there? No, that's a bit, yeah, that's the one. So you've just got to keep searching for your little matching background butterfly piece. So yeah, it's up to you whether you like it to be like a bold or whether you want to see through. So we can do one of each, just so that, yeah, you'll be able to see the difference of the two. So I'll just stick that one down. I'm just going to do the body section like so. And this piece here, so I'm a bit in 2 minds as to whether to do more gold. I feel like I want the butterfly to be the hero, but then if we bring in a color, what color would we bring in? So I think it would be nice to, like, if we just went for basic white, I feel like that would be a bit too like stark. So we could actually do the basic white but do some blends with the same color. I've seen that done before and it looks really nicely effective, where you actually color in beforehand. So all of my blends are absolutely all over the place because all the kids used the markers. So they could even be ruined. I don't even know. I was just like, just have fun. You're all good. Go to town. So we'll just do a little bit like this. This is the light peaceful pine that I'm using here. Yes. And we'll just do one with the dark. So, you know, this is our stepped up version because we're wanting to do a little bit of a, I'm going to keep going a little bit further. Is it the light one still? Yes. We got enough. A bit more. It's a very tall die, this one, isn't it? Yay, good. But I'll just compare, like we can do a couple of different leaves here, not just that one, but this will give it. Now, if you've got a lot of these lines here, what you can do is just go over the top really closely if you want like less of a line there, just a little bit slower than what I was doing. And that will help you to have a really nice smooth coloured image there. But it just depends what look you're going for. Oh, it's interesting that that created like a little pattern there as it was drying. Did you know it did that? Like as it dried. Hey, this is a bit random. Let's just try this with the dark. So while it's wet, we'll put the dye on top. So colour that all in and then go over it again. This is a fascinating phenomenon, isn't it? We'll just hold that down and let that dry. Fan it a bit. This is very interesting because I can fully see the pattern there. That's very strange. I have never seen anything like it. I love how things like this happen while I'm doing live. We'll just go over the top of this. Because it's even coming up again. You can see it through even this next layer. You can even do like an ombre effect where you have like light and then dark. We'll even do one of those. And you can even do one that has, yeah, a bit of white even showing. Okay, we ready? I wonder what this is going to look like. Get out of town. Did anyone know that it does that? Have I just discovered something? Oh my goodness. Did anyone know about this? This is very interesting, can I say? I love new discoveries. And everyone's like, that's so old news. Well, it's news to me, people. News to me. And I think because I've pushed down, I think I'd be better off not pushing down because then you would see the leaves a little bit better. Like it's done. I can't believe it. Anyway, tell me in the comments. Please comment and tell me. I'm so fascinated by this. I have gone on a side quest, everyone. The side quest is happening. I'm going to do it on the same colour to see if, yeah, you can still see this same thing happening as it dries. And this, we're just going to leave it on top and not push. Because, yeah, I think I was pushing down on the other one. It's a bit cool, isn't it, Megan? Have you seen it before? You're the one that's always looking for new techniques and ideas. Have you seen anything like that before? I'm shooketh to my coreth. I did not know that this would occur. This is not something I've ever seen. Apparently this happens. I did dark, didn't I? So let's just do light. And I want to do it with a different dye. What dye do we have? I think the more intricate you go, probably. Oh, I went dark again. Sorry. Meant to go light. I will hold that one down. Let's see this one now. Oh, yeah, so it's not as, like, it's still doing it. Sorry, my light's really bad in here. We are changing it soon. But it's definitely not as clear as doing it on the basic white. Very interesting. But I do think it's better to not push, which I'm doing, because it seems to have done it like a lot thinner and finer. I'll do one more, but with the, do you love how I'm running out of basic white cardstock and I'm just like colouring in with it? I'm like, I wonder why I'm running out of basic white cardstock. I wonder if, like, using heat, I'll have to try all different ways of, yeah, like, what is it exactly that's causing this to, you know, move away from that dye. And it's definitely happening during the drying process, isn't it? Oh, so I think the heat took away the softness, like the fineness of it all. So it really is just a case of popping it on. I'll just try it one more time over here, even though, yes, it's all right. We can cut more. You don't mind, do you? We'll do dark again. We'll do dark and light. So I'll do them this way, just so that we can lock this new technique down. What do we call it, everyone? I feel like it's a form of, should we call it the blends fossilization? the blend, alcohol blends dye imprint. Yes, the sun prints paper. Thank you. I was wondering what it reminded me of too. So this is the light, okay? It's so weird to just like leave it, like lie it there and don't push on it. Don't do anything. Shadow prints. So we could do alcohol blend shadowing. It's Kylie's own impression plate version. So funny. I like the shadow idea. Fossil impression. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Particularly this one, because I haven't touched it. And it was very glooby here with the heat. The heat definitely made it not as fine. So this will be an interesting experiment. This is the way that we find out if we like this technique or not. Not necessarily for our card today, but just for fun. And look, it would be really interesting to have this, like we'll use this, but have it in the background. And it's actually going to create some really cool extra texture when we cut out the dies. So none of this will get wasted. I think it just creates, yeah, light and shade, a little bit of interest. Okay, so it's very similar. I feel like this is more fine. And I would be interested to see, like, what's the wait time. I don't think it's that long. Yeah, I think it's much nicer on the dark. This one here definitely along the left seems, oh, it's because it's grabbing even this bit here. So I was wondering, like, why is that imprint? So you could actually push down, but it's because one side does have that die all the way through. But that is very cool. I love that idea. Just for, yeah, something a little bit fun, because you could do it directly on the base and then just have a few, like I wonder if we could do this. So we've got it colored already. And okay, we'll do this one here over here because I'm not a huge fan of that one as much as that one. So we'll do, maybe if we just go over the top of it with the light, just to refresh it, so you can still see that imprint then, or even maybe just using the color lifter. So we've refreshed it and now it has to dry. And it must be something to do with the alcohol and the, whatever this is. What is this? What's this metal? It's like pulling away from it. Here we go. So we could actually push down, but maybe in the parts that you want that are like a little bit more. Yeah, see, it didn't work after the fact. So it has to be that first time. It's not like you can refresh it and do it again. Very interesting. Anyway, I digress. Where were we? I will think of a name and we'll create a little video on that and a card that I can make, because it would be fun to even just, yeah, use this section here, cut it out and have like a little, even if it's just like it still shows the scribbling. I think it would look really good. Now let's run this through the mini skem. And I've got little snips around here somewhere. I found the dimensionals, not that I was looking for them, but they are found. So you can all stop looking. So the heat is probably burning. Okay, yes, yeah. But it's interesting how it seemed to do, like it was good with the heat, but I don't think it actually added anything extra to it. Like it was good without the heat. Come here, little snips. Oops, something just fell down. Ooh, we've got some nice embellishments there that we can use. I'll pull those out so that we don't lose them. Thank you. We've got a little die here, so we'll put that back on its little sheet. And I feel like we are getting closer to our goal. Oh, I found my little, yes, we won, we've won. This is going back in the toolbox. which I actually should bring closer because then I would probably not lose as many things, and I could also put things back. Ah, amazing. Funny that. So I'll just cut these a little bit closer, and yes, I cut my cardstock down so that I can run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That's something I like to do. Come here, little one. So we had a baby come to the craft event. Oh, so adorable to get baby cuddles. It's just like the bestest thing, isn't it? So sweet. And it's so full on. I just think, oh my goodness, imagine like having to care for a child. I like lose plates for my Stampin' Cut and Emboss little tool here. Look, I've lost a plate. Like, I really, really, like I said to Bruno, once I feel like I'm an adult, then we can have kids. It never came. It never happened. I was like, there is no way that I can keep a child alive without forgetting them at school. Everyone's like, yeah, the children are resilient. They must be, because I know I can't be the only one that feels like that. No, still haven't found it, everyone. It's literally lost. It has gone into the vortex of Kylie's craft room. It didn't fall on the floor, did it? No. We have some things over here that it could be underneath, but I doubt it. Pop you all on the floor so that I can make room on my desk. Oh dear. Could you imagine? Like, honestly, it would just be cleaning up all the time. Like, I clean up after myself all the time, let alone a kid. It's like, wowza. Props to all of you that that have kitties. Well done to you. You are a superior human. I give you all credit where it is due, because you are an amazing human. And don't forget it. Yay! I found it. I found my child. It was lost in the lingerie department. Found the kid. It was like way over on the left too. Be the favorite auntie, yes. Oh, you couldn't not like forget. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I wanted. Although, we'll do a swapsy actually. I know exactly what I'm going to do. You're going to be so excited about my idea, everyone. And if not, just pretend you are. Because in my head, I'm thinking that putting this on here, can't even see it. May as well be cardstock. But when we put it on here, so I'm going to do a secret C one. And you could totally, I've got a drinking water notification. Thank you, Finchy. It could just be cardstock, but I think, yeah, if you do your colouring right, you can have like that light and shade. You can have, yeah, I think doing it all the way I did it, like all one colour without sort of doing the colour lifter. Is that secret C? Yes, good. And we'll bring the colour lifter in as well. So I think it needs to be more of like an ombre, or, yeah, something that just has a little bit of a difference. Like, so we'll do half in the dark. And half in the light. And then over the top, we can do sections of the colour lifter, so not all the way along, because otherwise it's just, we're making the whole thing lighter. But watch what happens. It takes a little while for the colour lifter to take effect, but it's just going to have that, yeah, different gradients, different things going on, which I think that will create the idea of using something different to, and I think even coming off a little bit too will help. Anyway, we'll try that for a little bit of an idea. So we're adding a little bit of that white for a bit of texture, and where people will look at it and go, like, how was where? Whereas they look at that and just think it's cardstock. There's no real distinguishing feature that makes you want to use that technique. It's like, just use cardstock. Why bother? It's an unnecessary step. And I would say, I agree. This, however, hello, look at this. And even the reverse image, like, gorgeous. Look at that with this behind. Oh, amazing. So you could just sort of cut around or cut your layer. So pretty. Yeah, lots of exciting things. I hope you're gonna make a card with the cutout. You and I think alike. But look at that. What do you think? Does that not like make you go, huh? How? Well, all of you know how. I love having that little bit of white. So you could even plan it beforehand, the width, to just have like a little bit of white all along the edge. So just colour, yeah. And then you can have a bit, like more of that sort of white popping out. So stunning. Good. So we are ready to compile. So we're going to do a bit of that, and then a sentiment. And with the sentiment, I think it will be nice to emboss on here. It's risky, but if you make a mistake, it's all okay. We can just cover it. So we'll do something like this, something like that, and then have our sentiment down the bottom there. And we've got this beautiful sincere thanks here. And I actually think should I emboss? I think on here I'll do the secret C. On here we'll emboss. I did my little happy dance there. So what are we thinking so far, everyone? Are you enjoying today's free class? Because if you are, please, please, please share. Please like, please subscribe, because it really, really does support us to do more of these type of videos. Oh, love it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's that one. This one we're going to do, I want to do more of a layering type thing. So we can have the greenery there, but we can also bring in another piece that I think we'll do the same, because it'd be nice to use and see what it looks like with this pattern and coming off the edge as well on this one, just to give it a little bit more interest. Yeah, I don't think using that, be interesting. Anyway, we'll do this one. Now, will this fit in? Yes, it will. There we go. So again, we're bringing in a little bit of the white edging. Yes. I'm going to grab my water after this. Now, for once, Kylie, put these back because you keep losing these plates today. I'll just put it back. Be mindful crafting. Oh my goodness, I love that. Although it didn't cut through all the way, so we'll have to grab that again. Good. That looks amazing with that background shadow. The blends dye shadowing. Awesome class. Yeah, I feel like it's I've learned things. I've taught myself things today. So if I've taught myself things, hopefully I've taught you something. We all learn together. We learn from a little bit of innovating. Come here, little one. What you doing? We've got our little pieces there that we can use to stick that out. Oh, I love the look of this. Look at that. So gorgeous. Oh, wowza. I've got to be careful here because it feels like it's going to rip. It's very stuck in now. It definitely cut it out. Yay! Oh, that looks beautiful. And you could even use like a little bit of white behind, like another leaf with the white. Oh, it's just so, so pretty. And just for a little bit of, you know, having a little bit smaller and a little bit wider, what we can do is just cut from a smaller section down here, and then that can sit sort of lower like so. And yeah, that can either come in behind or come over the top. Yeah, I like that idea. So it's almost like a combo. Good. And we've got this beautiful piece here, and I think we'll do the sentiment cut out so that it can sort of hover over the top of these rather than sort of sitting exactly there. We can have it over the leaves. Well done to us. Look at us doing lots of different things here. We can learn new things together. Now, the other thing that I would really like to do here, I find particularly with this plain background, it's just lacking a little bit of texture for me. So what it would have been really good is embossing beforehand. Can highly recommend that. But because we don't have that option now that we've done the layers, although, no, because we've got the stamp there. But yes, you could totally still run it through probably. But I'm going to just use a little bit of this light blends. And we're just going to be a little bit haphazard in places to create a bit of texture behind there. This could be a complete fail, people, but we're giving it a go. Try new things. Because I just felt like, particularly up the top, there was just a lot of like space that, yeah, wasn't filled. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. So let's do one more sentiment, which is the Secret Sea with one of these amazing ones here. And I think my favorite, ooh, hang on. What do we think? I need your input, everyone. Do we bring in this instead of the, and we've got this one here as well, but I feel like this is sort of on the wrong side to what I'm wanting. But I actually don't mind the golden glow. I would be very interested in your input on that one. We could also go this side. Have a sincere thanks. This is why sometimes it's good to do a few extras, because you never know when you might use them. I really like that. I'm shooketh because I think it's brought in a little bit of that gold as well. Because even, yeah, if we didn't have that sentiment, oh, I actually really like that one. And I want to do, can you use gel pen to like flicker? What do people usually flick the white? Do you use craft ink? Brenna would kill me if I brought out the craft ink. It's like, oh no. So we could actually use, I'll just practice on a piece here because I haven't done this before. And just want to, you can actually put this on somehow. I think it just stays there without connecting. I would like that to click though, because otherwise if I don't put on the back, I'm going to lose the pen. So I think we could do like little bits of like just smaller dots, bigger dots, just little tiny splatters with our gel pen. And that's just going to bring in just almost like, yeah, bit of texture to the background. Oh, I love it. And if you want to just do a little bit of a bigger one, you just sort of go like lower. Because you want sort of like some that are bigger than others. Or you stay there a bit longer or tap it and it's like, yeah, definitely doing it high makes it small and doing it on the side makes it big. Look at all the different techniques we've learned. Woo! Love it! I'm going to bring it in here because I just love it. I just won't do as many on this one. I say I won't do as many and then I'm like, whee! I'm going crazy with dots. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And you like the bigger one? You're an amazing friend. Because we can bring that back over there and have that one. That's all right with the dotties. We can just bring them back in and layer it around. And that can go underneath. Yeah, let's try that one. Shimmer to flicker. Yay, let's stick it down. Well done, everyone. Oh, so proud of us. We can do lots of amazing things together. So let's just stick these down. So I've got the smaller one first. And we'll do a bit of that. I didn't grab my water, did we? As soon as I stick this down, water, okay? Water, water, water. Oh, no, we don't want you on there. You're creating your own dots. So we've got that one there. So I'm going to stick that sort of behind so we hide the ending of this. So you can't sort of see that it doesn't have a stem. Okay, I'll do this one and then water. Do you ever do that? You're like, oh, I just want to complete this. Because I've got a water bottle there. Just didn't bring it in with me. Softly, softly. And we want to hide that sort of beginning of the leaf there. Nice, looking good. Water, let's go get it. Water, water, quick, get your water. Oh, didn't even bring it out. Got it. Cheers, everyone. Oh, water. So good. Now, what do we want here? What placement? Oh, yes, that looks really... I think actually something like... I wish that was a little bit further over. Oh, good. I can move it. And then that will put on... No, I was going to put on dimensional, but we'll put it straight on. Like so. Just want that to sort of, yeah, that's the way. And then this will definitely put on a dimensional. Keep the background cattywampus. I love cattywampus. We don't use that word in Australia. But Lisa Curcio does, and it always makes Bruno and I laugh. We're like, cattywampus? What? What are you talking about? Oh, there they are. Oh, they're the bigger ones. Little ones, where are you? There they are. That sounds great, Sally. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Yes, drink water. Start. And then we'll do... Just close this up because that's waiting to... That's a disaster waiting to occur. Scanning for... dimensionals. Scanned, found. I'll put this whole thing up. And just remember that your tool has a really, really awesome, you take your big tool, has an awesome piece here. I used to use this, but now someone got me onto the dental hook. It does look like a dental hook. I call it my pirate, my hearty hook. Aye. Look at that. They all stick, they all come off. You don't have any issues with it sliding off because then it's part of the hook. So I think it was one of you here on this channel that told me about that. And I was like, oh, life-changing. Now, we could bring it over here. Yes, I am going to bring it over here because that was how I planned it to be used originally, because it's even here, even here, even here, and then you've got this really nice piece here along the side. So if you wanted to, you could even, I'll just lift this off a little bit. Rather than going centered with this sentiment, what you do, we should be able to nudge that one off there. Yes, good. You can sort of come off the edge here. And it's not that you're going all the way like over, but it just anchors when you do something like this where you're going more that side, you can have your sentiment coming off the edge like so. And I really love that grounding because all of a sudden this is no longer centered. So then you make that go the other way. I don't know why, but it means something to me. You might look at it a different way, but we'll do one like that. Couple up here, just really small ones. Just for texture in the background. What do we think? Oh, I'm in love. Now with these ones here, just remember that you can, and this would be really interesting to test this. Since we're in a testing mode, let's get some golden glow. And just add a little bit of that on there. And because these are alcohol blends, they will dry very quickly, in fact. And then they'll look like little gold pieces. Do you think that works? Again, we're going to go big, small, and then this one under. Oh, it just did its little fold. So we'll have to figure out what's creating that little fold. But anyway, it just sort of goes bloop. Is it the take your pick tool? Is it user error? Is it, yeah, I've got to figure it out because it just keeps happening. I might have to just push down on the glue because I think I keep putting fresh glue on and I think that's contributing to it doing that too. Because I really like the glooby glooby. You're a good friend of mine, Glooby, but you're failing me lately. Oh my goodness. Fireflies! Yes! Yes, it does look like a night sky, doesn't it? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then we'll do the inside while we're here. And then we can tick this one, number 5, off our list. So proud of us. And we'll do our beautiful paper. Yes. I was going to do one of them in landscape, wasn't I? Whoopsie. You'll forgive me. Please forgive me. We don't say that often enough, do we? Like maybe some people that struggle with I'm sorry should just be like, please forgive me. Like if you find I'm sorry hard. Gorgeous. Love it. And then we'll do that. But I do feel this is a little bit too big for my liking. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off. I know it's random, but all these little things matter to me. They matter. It's the small things that make something really special. Yes, even that one there is really pretty, and you can sort of have it lifted up a little bit just for a little bit of a border. I think I'll do that one. I need to, when are we meant to drink water? Is it every hour? Because I think I'm going to have to just set alarms, but then I don't want to be like stressed all the time. But I just, honestly, do any of you forget to drink water? Like you're meant to just take a sip, you know, as often as you can. So just be mindful that if this butterfly is coming off the side like I've done it, it will get caught. Oh, maybe it is the room temp. Yes. Thank you, Kylie. Yes, I reckon it is the room temp. I might have to put it in the fridge. Who would have thought? I'll put it in the fridge. Thank you, Kylie. Oh my goodness. I never thought about because we've got the heater on all the time, or it's boiling hot here in Perth. That's exactly what it is. It's just slightly too soft. And I can't, yeah. It's like it's not, there's just a fine line of it being too firm and not picking up and too soft. And maybe it's the putty. Like, is anyone else having problems all of a sudden? Because I would be very interested to know. Okay, number 5. And here we go, number 6. Let's just glue this one down. Ooh, so pretty. Like both sides, stunning. Even if you did it like that, like tone on top. What do we do? Which side do we use? I don't know what to do now. There's a choice, and I like both. Let's have a look. Let's put that on there. You know what? I actually feel like I'm going to swap because I can. Let's lock it in, peeps. Let's do it. Don't you love it when mistakes turn into something that you end up using? Oh, the smartphone will have it. Okay, I'll have a look. Do you reckon it'll be through the health app? Like the same as when it says stand, time to stand, because I think I turned that off. I'm worried I'll do the same with water. But there's got to be something that I connect with another thing that reminds me to drink water. I actually had told myself every time you go to the bathroom, you should drink some water. But sometimes I forget to even go to the bathroom. Not that I, soil myself, but I really struggle with, like, by the time I get there, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so busting. No, definitely want it on there. But I want this. Oh, yes, I do want it up there. Yeah. I just want this top to be seen because it's so pretty. But I've got to get the angle of this butterfly right so that's sort of semi-overlapping, but not covering the top of that because it's so pretty. I think that looks nice like that. Because I could come down a little bit further in here. Actually, that's it. That's the one. And this one we'll do in the center. And will I put it on dimensionals? Yes. Let's put it on a demi. Because I can do a few of them on here. Oh, peeled off the backing. So I better use that one. Or maybe we do it. No, we'll do it in the center. And this one. Yep, I forget to drink water. Yes, it was a pleasant block. Drink 100 milliliters minimum each hour, 1 litre minimum a day, depending on activities. I thought it was like 1 litre. Was it 2 litres that you should be drinking a day? I just find that so unachievable. I'm like, water? Drinking water? Oh my goodness. I'm happy if I get out of bed. Shearers drink 6 to 7 litres per day. Whoa. Well, they would be sweating a lot. My poppy was a shearer, my grandfather. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Loving it. Work it, work it. And I feel like we could do a little flippy flip here and do the sentiment on that side. Yes! Let's do that. I just really like the sort of the golden glow really does come across like it's gold. Do you like that better? I actually really like that. And I wouldn't dimensional it either. What do we think? Yes, definitely. Sorry I did ask for your advice, but I've made a decision. I've made an executive decision. There we go. Brilliant. And for this one, I'll bring in the coffee count. Does it count or does it actually make you have to drink more? Because I heard that it dehydrates you. I haven't had any coffee this morning. I have been drinking a bit less coffee, to be honest. Not intentionally. It's just, yeah, I don't necessarily feel like it in the morning anymore, which is very odd. But I'm at an odd time in my life. Nothing surprises me anymore. I took a new I feel like it needs to come up here a bit actually, to be quite frank. And then the small one can go. Yes, yes, that's it. Just needed something up there to break that space, although I'll just move it over a little bit. Maybe more like that. Yes, I feel like that's yes, 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 yes. That makes more sense to me. I know I'm strange like that. What was I saying? Oh yes, I started taking. Has anyone taken ashwagandha? I'm not saying any medical advice on this channel at all, but has anyone taken that? Because I think last night, like every night actually, I've been really struggling to get to sleep. Like I'll look at the time, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm still not asleep. And I can't work out what's changed in the last week. And the only thing I've added in is ashwagandha, and it's meant to help you sleep. So I was like, So I did a bit of Googling because, you know, it's the oracle of all correct information, isn't it? But I did a bit of Googling, and for some people it does wake them up because it activates the thyroid and lowers your cortisol levels. and because it's used to reduce stress and support you during hormone changes. And yeah, I found it really interesting that for me personally, I feel like it's been keeping me awake. So yeah, anyway, I'd be interested if anyone else has had the same experience. Now I think I'm just going to, and I think it would have been really nice to do actually on this one in particular, is just to bring in a little bit of this greenery with the same color. So I'm just going to do, do I want that or do I want an edge piece? I just want to stick this one. Oh no, that's all right. That's there. I've got the base. Because that would be, yeah, a few of those would have been quite nice, but I don't want to risk it because we're already all stuck down. So I just want a tiny little bit of texture that I think I'm just going to add in here. Should I risk it for my biscuit? And we need Peaceful Pine. Ooh, we get to use our new ink pads. How's everyone going with them? I actually really like them. I think a few people are having issues with getting a clear image. But I'm one of those people that does that stamp. So like, and then stamp. I do love that you can like stack, and yeah, it just seems a lot like more counterproductive, like counterintuitive for me. Now, I don't want this to be too intense. So let us try this on here to see what it'll look like. Oh yeah. And then if we do it again, ooh yeah, I want the stamp off. Look at this, it's so cool. And just do people like stack? I think they stack it like that. Yes, with the backing. I was like, how do you stack it again? So remember, stamp. And we're stamping off so that we can have a little bit of a softer look. And it doesn't matter if it's like a bit skewiff, because it's just to fill in a little bit of that empty space in there. Oh, love it. And it's a bit on this side. Would have been good to do this beforehand, but that's all good. We are making do. And all I wanted to do is just, it's another way of filling in a little bit of blank space. It's just to create a little bit of texture, which then brings everything together. And it just pleases the eye. My eye is pleased with what I am seeing. So there we go, lovely people. Let's do the inside. We'll put the paper on. And we have made 6 cards in 3.5 hours. As I said, it's not quick. I never said it was going to be quick. So don't come at me. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. But they were definitely, would you say these cards are easy? Would all of you say, yes, we agree with your easy? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the golden glow. And do you think the card templates make it easy? Personally, I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And we'll have to grab some more basic white for some reason. I'm not sure what happened to all the basic white. Wiggle, wiggle, tap, tap. There we go. What? beautiful. Now that we've got this, I should have done it before, as always. Now that we've got these, what we can do actually, I've been wanting to try this because I think that this will be really, really a beautiful thing to do. But you can use these as a mask. These are the type of dies that are perfect for this type of and I think now that we've got this type, we don't have to use the block, because I don't feel like I'm going to damage this pad now. So that's exciting with the new pads. There's no need to sort of stamp off first. Now, I think we should be able to go straight on. I'll just do a little zhuzhi there and come in like that. Look at that. Do you love it? Yes, it's a marathon today, isn't it? And we'll just do one up here because we can. Because I'm having fun. We'll do this one a little bit darker. Love it. And you can write over the top of that. You don't have to, you can pretend it's just in the background and be like, you're not even there, because I don't want it to impede my writing. So there we go. Let's have a look at all of our projects, our 6 amazing projects that Love It, Chop It is going to help you to be successful with. I just want to do a tiny little tidy first. And also I'm going to remind you that this month is the one and only month to jump on to our subscription for our video class bundle. And whichever demonstrator you follow in the video class bundle, it's a good idea to purchase it from them, because we all individually sell the video class bundle. We don't separate the payment, because we've all got our own followers. So if you follow one of the other demonstrators, please go to them. And if you follow us, then please, we would love you to purchase it through us. So this is the video class bundle for this first month of the subscription. And that's why I wanted to show you Moonlit Flora today, because this is what we, have been showing for, this is brand new to this month. And so the month of July is the only month that you'll be able to do the subscription, and you can get 1 month free. So that's why you would do the subscription. And it's just good because, then you're set for the next 6 months. You're going to get 12 classes every month for 6 months, which basically works out to, what did we end up working out? 12 by 6. Yeah, so 72. Is it 72 classes all up? But you'll get a month for free. So you're going to get 12 classes for free if you sign the subscription. So this is month by month. You can scan this, take a photo, or you can do the full payment, which is $110 Australian. No matter who you purchase from, it is the same in every country. So just keep that in mind, that it's all the same cost, but all we say is just whoever you normally shop through, then order with them. That's all we say. So let us go downward. And if you need that link, if you missed out, then please let me know. I can give you the link, or give you the, whatever you need. So we've got those, and we've got those, and where's our last one? Here you are, little one. How did you get all the way over there? Ooh, the card template just fell down. And if I don't get it now, it will be gone forever. It will fall down into a vortex of never being found again, which will end up frustrating me very much. So here we go. We'll do that. What do you think, everyone? Please tell me what you liked about this and what you learnt. I love hearing from all of you. Which one's your favourite? We'll start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell me which ones you like. But I'm very, very passionate and excited about the card templates, as you can see. And the reason is because of the creative confidence that he has given me. And I want that the same for creators worldwide. I really want to educate people on measurements and just making it really easy for us all to be able to be successful in our card making, because without a successful card it can be very frustrating, and I've been there, done that. And yeah, we don't need to be negative to ourselves, but unfortunately when other people make it look really easy and it's difficult for us, we can't help but think, is there something wrong with me? There's not. You're amazing. You are amazing. And with this tool, you are definitely 100% going to be successful, because you can hear it from all of the others on this channel that have purchased our tutorial. We can't live without it now. It's like it's the number one tool I use every day. Number 4, yes. And remember to request a reminder for when the suite goes back into stock, because in Australia, yes, it's out of stock, unfortunately. I think it's the paper that's out of stock, so I think you can get the bundle. But so Megan is number 2 and number 4. That's interesting. And number 2, you saw how easy and simple that one is. How amazing. And you could do that with white emboss. You can, but we kept it very simple. Yeah. I love how simple can end up becoming our favorite. Like, more doesn't necessarily mean the best. And it's the same with Bruno and I, even when we have wine or something like that. Like, I'm annoying, but I always end up liking the more expensive one, which is frustrating. But he's like, oh, I love this one. And it can sometimes be the cheapest or even the mid-range one. And he's just like, no, I don't like the other one. Like, it's a bit too intense for my palette, or, yeah. So we've all got a different thing that we like for different reasons. Colours maybe, or... Number 4 for Patricia. It's so interesting, isn't it? We all have a different thing that we're interested in. Well, thank you all very much for joining me today. I'm going to have a little tiny break before we do our members only video, but that will definitely happen today. And I'm going to grab myself some yummy chicken, and I will be back. I'll make a time for you once I finish this, and yeah, that'll be great. And that will go live to the Crazy Crafters and my VIP page as well. So if you want to shop with us, that's another reason why you would want to shop, is exclusive videos, plus the video class bundle that I showed you. You would get that for free every time you place an order of any amount. And you also get a handmade card. So there's a lot of reasons that you would want to shop with us. But yeah, anything we can help you with, please let us know. And I'll let you know if I start up that little beginner's card making kit idea, because I think it would go really well. Start with some designer series paper, some cardstock, a stamp set that has sentiments in it, and voila, away you go. then you can add little bits more as you go along. So thank you, everyone. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed our day together today. Epic as always. There's always lots and lots of epic things happening, but yeah, that's our shop link there, and you can also go to kyliebatucci.com for more ideas as well. But yeah, we're really loving spending some time with you and love connecting with all of you. Keep up the good work of sharing love at Chop It with others, and to also let others know about the card templates so that they can have the same experience that we've had, if you're one of those people. And just, yeah, if anyone knows, like if others are sharing it online or sharing it without, like obviously without purchasing, please just let them know. Like say, go to Kylie. It helps support us. It's really important for us that we get that support, because this is Bruno and I, this is our only job. So if we miss out on, yeah, that, you know, even $5 for us makes a big difference every week. We've got bills to pay, we've got to be fed. So please, anytime someone forwards something digital onto you, just in your own conscience, just be like, if you want that, then come and purchase it. And just, yeah, let the others know that, look, please, you know, we want to support Kylie and Bruno because this is their only job. So please don't forward their intellectual property, because it is stealing. It genuinely is stealing. So please let others know that, and don't be tempted to do it, because it's really important that you support demonstrators with things that they're coming up with, that make our life easier. It's the least we can do to support each other. And yes, we were totally going to organise that, Megan. Totally. That was definitely on my agenda. Hopefully tomorrow. Well, Wednesday's our crazies day. So I think I've already booked in an event actually for our team. So part of the addition of being a crazy crafter. Yee! So thank you all very, very much. And we'll see you sometime, probably even this week. It may even work out that we get to see you this Friday. But, oh, no, we won't this week. No. This Friday we will definitely not be live, but yeah, we will see you next week for sure. Oh, thank you so much, Regina, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone. Big hugs. Bye. See you.